I had myself muted. I was. Yeah. The vampire is cute though. Yes, she is very cute. I'm fucking stupid as hell. Smooth. I know. Smooth brain. Very smooth brain. Oh, I can hear you now? Huh. I wonder why. It's like I'm not muted anymore. You know, one of these days, the opposite will happen. Where I'm not muted in the whole starting soon menu. It's happened to other VTubers. It'll happen to me too. Someday. One day. Guaranteed. Okay, do I even remember what I said before? I don't think anything important, luckily. I did read your blah de blah de bump, by the way. I'm just a genius. I don't really know anything about this game other than it exists and it was really cheap on Steam, so here we are with it. Yeah, okay. I guess off to it. I hope the volume stays kind of this low throughout the game. This is just the menu, so things might change. Anyways, start. Ah, an achievement already. Pata pata. Already a notification to pre-register for OnStars. Goodness, goodness. Thank you, Stream Elements. Damn Norlean, stop. The fuck's that's actual first sentence, and I am lost already. We love that for me. Stop, Norlean. Behind me, at least 5 Yarlians are yelling those words at the top of their voices. I see. These are lore words. They're referring to me as the damn Norlean, and my nerves are on the edge from the way they roared like hunters chasing a prey. Stop! I don't dare to look back. I can only flee like a hunted animal running for its life, along with the cold raindrops hitting me relentlessly. Crack. Thunder booms in the distance. The flash of lightning splits the gray sky into 2 halves, and the raindrops gradually resemble a glass wall. Whoosh. Although the Yarlian's muskets are ineffective under the heavy rain, the crossbows are still deadly. Crossbow bolts whiz past me under the heavy rain, along with their cries. Should I play that game, Heavy Rain? That would be interesting. Stop, or else you're dead. In fact, they don't need to threaten me. I can't run much further. Every joint and tendon in my body hurts so much, and my wet clothes are sticking to me like a form of binding, making it difficult to move. Ah! Suddenly, I realize my foot has slipped, and I fall down hard on the muddy ground. I wouldn't necessarily recommend Heavy Rain, to be honest. I mean, yeah, I get where you're coming from. I have watched a playthrough on it, so, like, I know what I'm getting into with that sentence. Maybe one day, if we get really bored, we could do that as a stream. We'll see. Let it end this way. I give up. I'm too tired. I just want to close my eyes and wake up after a good sleep. That is a fucking mood right there. As the rain pitter-patters around me and the footsteps come closer from behind, these sounds probably signal the end of my life. Moo, welcome Catman Antics. Ah, never mind. I'll look into playing it on the Mac. Ah. Sure, have fun with that. I'm not gonna attempt it anytime soon, to be honest. Suddenly, a few streaks of that fucking white just blinded me. Suddenly, a few streaks of lightning flashed across the night sky. Although my eyes are closed, I can still see those flashes of light through my thin eyelids. Good God, I'm blind. Okay, I'm glad it's not just me. Closely followed by thunder screaming from above. Amazing. Unusual cries of anguish reached my ears amid the lightning and thunder. Ah! Ah! That was very weak, but I don't care. Monster! Ah! Monster! Ah! So many fucking ahs, you can shut up now. What is going on? Don't tell me it's a wild beast. Upon realizing this possibility, a wave of fear sweeps across, and I can't help shivering. Is a wild beast or a Yarlian frightening? At least a Yarlian speaks the same language and shares the same religious beliefs as me. We may be at odds over a gold mine now, but at least I'll still die with dignity if I fall into their hands. However, it is not up to me to decide whether I will live or die at this point. The only thing I can do is to lie on the mud and wait for my death. Also a mood. But I wonder what happened to Mr. Cook. Did he escape? At first, we thought that everything would go well when we opened our own restaurant after arriving in the new continent. Honestly, I thought about making a joke about Mr. Cook being a chef, but I guess it wouldn't have been that good of a joke if it's true. Sigh, this blasted war. The lightning persists, and rainwater keeps flowing across the ground. In addition, what happened to the Yarlians? What's a Yarlian? I don't know yet. The Yarlians who were in hot pursuit earlier sounded as if they got devoured within a short time and stopped uttering anything. That's fun. No matter how hard I strain my ears, I can only detect the sound of rain and lightning around me. Oh no! I quickly open my eyes and struggle to get up from the mud. I don't want to get ripped apart by a wild beast. I have to hurry up and run while it's still making a meal of those Yarlians. I decide to run away from the direction where those Yarlians' cries came from, but a sharp pain ensues across my left leg after barely taking a few steps. Maybe I injured myself when I fell down just now. I have no choice but to hobble along slowly. Swishing sounds occasionally come from the surrounding area, and I can't tell if they are the sound of raindrops hitting leaves or a wild beast's fur brushing against the foliage. Crack! Another lightning flashes across the raining sky, closely followed by a loud thunderclap, and the ground feels as if it's shaking. Are you saying heck because you also got blinded by the sudden white? Because same. Again. Everything suddenly turns white, and my ears are ringing. I can't hear anything for a while. Oh boy, fire. Gradually, my vision recovers, and I can see light from a fire nearby. It probably started from that lightning just now. Under such terrible conditions at night, light from a fire signifies hope. Oh boy, decision time! That is too conspicuous. Maybe I should remain in the darkness, or go to the fire. Fire! Yes, fire, fire. Fire! Okay, are you suggesting that we approach the fire then? Does anyone else have other input before we go to the fire? I like fire. Okay, fuck it. Let's go to the fire. Sorry, forgot caps is on. You're fine, you're fine. Let's go to the fire then. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? Guess we're about to find out. Burn time, yes. My instincts urge me to approach the fire. It is a small patch of foliage that got ignited by lightning. Despite the heavy rain, the small fire is burning steadily and can stay alight for at least half an hour. 'Hour. 'You died, game over. I mean, that's not an impossibility. And at least this, since it's so early on, it wouldn't be the worst point to just have a death right away, you know? As long as I stay near the fire, any frightening beast hiding in the darkness so won't come over. I comfort myself in my heart. At least I can also recover some of my stamina now that my body feels stiff. As I'm about to get closer to the fire, my left leg refuses to obey me. I extend my hand hastily to lean against a tree for support, but I touch thin air instead. Surprisingly, my goodness, I have lost count of the number of times I fell down, but the ground feels... It is actually dry! I get up with my eyes wide open. From the illumination provided by the fire outside, I realize I have fallen into a hole on a tree. I'm not the only one here. A girl is lying quietly inside. She's cute. Hey, are you alright? Although my unpleasant brush with death tonight should have left me feeling numb towards anything that happened by chance, the scene inside this opening is still quite a surprise for me. Hello? The girl is curled up with her back facing the tree's opening. She has an attractive, long silvery hair that barely covers her pure white cheeks, and her skin looks so delicate it might crumble if the wind blows across. Hello? I raise my voice again, but the girl still isn't responding. She is taking a well-deserved nap. You leave her alone now. She's wearing a black dress with white frills and a blood-red sash around the waist. Its style and craftsmanship deserves praise. Then praise it, you fuck. This girl certainly doesn't come from an ordinary family. Wake up, hey. Oh, that was a weird delivery of hey. Wake up, hey. There we go. I tried to shake her, but her eyes remained closed as if she were a soulless mannequin. What if she was? What would you do then, buddy? It hurts. Not only did I fail to wake her up, but I also have aggravated injury on my left leg that it hurts so much, and I ended up sitting on the floor after falling down. Now I notice my left leg has an open wound after it got stabbed by a tree branch earlier, and it's still bleeding. Forget it, I'm fighting for my life. I sigh and take off my backpack to use a temporary bandage for my wound. To use as a temporary... Why would you use the entire backpack as a temporary bandage? Sir, do you not know how things work? Anyways, Mr. Cook gave this backpack to me as a present not too long ago. Before we came to this mountain, we'd even agreed to fill our backpacks with fresh produce before going back. Looks like this is only a dream. Never mind. As long as one can survive, there's always a way. I shake my head to clear those unhappy thoughts, steel myself to cut the backpack with the bill hook, and turn the pack into a few strips of cloth. That makes more sense to use the backpack that way. However, you lose your ability to use it as a backpack, so you probably could have just, went with a piece of your pants or something. I don't know. Anything but the backpack. If I can live. I endured the acute pain to fasten the strips of cloth securely across the wound on my left leg. I breathe a sigh of relief after bandaging my wound, and glance at the girl who is still in deep sleep. What if they don't have pants on? I'm sure they're wearing literally anything at all that they could have used instead of their poor little backpack. She doesn't seem to have any visible pants or signs of... What have you made me say, Catman? How did I fuck it up like that? I mean, no, she's not wearing visible pants either. She's wearing a skirt. I'm surprised I didn't fuck anything up quite like that when I was playing Higurashi. Oh god. Yo, welcome, Nero. Nice to have you here. She doesn't seem to be wearing any visible pants. I mean, it's not wrong just wearing a skirt, okay? It's not a wrong sentence. It's just not what the sentence in front of me says. One of you better clip that, or I will be sad. I'm gonna drink some of my drink. Hold on. I don't know how to clip. Okay, well, it's up to Spooky or Nero then. She doesn't seem to have any visible wounds or sign of injury, but how come she's sleeping here and won't wake up? Alt plus X. Amazing you. Get a Spooky, go! Did I read that? Oh, I hope I read that. Fuck. I crawl across carefully and place my finger across her nose. Why her nose, you fucking weirdo? Oh. My hand is still numb after it got drenched by the rain earlier, and the girl's breathing feels quite shallow. I can't tell whether she's still alive. Maybe she's the undead. Missy, there are exceptional circumstances. There's no other way. Sorry about that. I decide to press my ear against her chest to see if I can hear any heartbeats, even though it's somewhat improper. I guess dude here just kind of forgot about the idea of, checking a pulse through the wrist. I guess that makes too much sense. No excuse to put your ear to someone's chest, As I lean my head across, a painful stinging sensation suddenly occurs on my neck, and this feeling quickly spreads to the rest of my body. That's what you get for freaking putting your head on the stranger's chest. Now he wanted to go up against that chest. Hell yeah, he did. Fucking horny bitch. Audio won't work on the clip for me? I don't know. That's weird. Well, I guess I'll just have to clip it myself later. If I don't forget. I'll probably forget. Oh well. Oh boy, another achievement. We completed the prologue, guys. It's so cold. It's so tiring. I wonder how much longer do I need to run before I can elude them. If I ever find Spooky on the ground like that, you bet your ass I'm putting my ear against his chest. Do you and Spooky need a moment? Do you guys need a moment? Thanks, fam. Not weird at all. Of course it's not weird. It's only weird if you make it weird, Spooky. I wonder how much longer do I need to run before I can elude them. Where are you, Mr. Cook? Nah, it'll happen when it happens. You're determined that one day you'll find Spooky on the floor. Rumble. Hey, you never know. I mean, facts. I never know. Maybe one day you will. And you know what? Maybe weirder things have happened. True. What's that sound? According to the text earlier, it was a rumble. How come there's such a frightening sound? It sounds like a cat, kind of. But sure, frightening. What kind of monster is after me? A cat, I guess. Sorry, I forgot to turn that off. Rumble. That sound is getting louder. It's an entirely different sound now. It is approaching. Dun dun dun. More rumble. Different kind of rumble. It is getting closer. What sort of frightening monster is that? I have to run, but my legs won't move. Hurry up and move. Oops, that's not the off. That's just a different setting. You're scaring out protagonist Coon here. Ah! I wake up all thrashing about. So it's just a dream? You fucking fell asleep on her, fucking weirdo. I don't see any monster in front of me, but that girl's still there, sound asleep. Right, it's her. I rub my head and remember I had eluded the Yarlians after being pursued by them last night. I came here when lightning started a fire and fell into an opening on a tree by accident. And then... But I seem to have no recollection of what happened after that, as if any memories of that part got erased. Why did I sleep overnight here? I think you more of knocked out, but... you know. Ah yes, I got injured. Maybe I passed out from loss of blood. You could also just said blood loss. I digress. I instinctively feel around my left leg. The bandages are gone, but my leg doesn't have any sign of injuries at all. Injuries. Strange. I remember it's my left leg. I feel around my right leg at the same time, and that leg has no signs of injury either. Rumble. That frightening noise in my dream suddenly reaches my ears again while I'm racking my brains over it. It kind of sounds like that generic sound used for like rolling film back, you know, that kind of sound. Oh no, don't tell me that monster isn't from my dreams. Wake up, quick. The terrifying noise sounds really close, and I might not have enough time to escape if we don't run at once. I hurriedly shake that girl while she's fast asleep. More of a quick clack than normal. I could have sworn I which maybe it didn't like that I changed it. Okay, I guess the voiceover is Japanese regardless. I will read it out anyways, I guess, then, because it'd be kind of weird to just have her be Japanese and not English. But the girl says, what? Kind of bad time to drink my drinky drink. The girl is responding this time, surprisingly. She seems to be growling in annoyance after being woken up. Her voice is sweet and clear, yet she looks irritated and she pushes my hands away. You woke her up like an asshole, of course she's gonna be angry. You finally woken up. Get up, quickly. There's a monster. We need to run.
Huh?
Huh? The girl rubs her eyes, and I'm stunned by her purple demonic eyes for an instant. It's so pretty. No, I said there's a monster.
怪物？あんたバカ？というか誰？どうしてここにいるの？
Monster? Are you an idiot? Who are you? Why are you here? The girl's voice is getting shriller. I can also detect anger and hostility in her questioning. No shit, you woke her up for no good reason. She doesn't know who the fuck you are, boy. I'm Raylan. It wasn't intentional. I'm from I ran here to escape from some trouble. We have no time to talk about all of these, so listen up. Story of my life. I nearly told her I'm a Norlian, yet I'm also worried that she may be a Yarlian and give me trouble.
逃げてきた？それで何を聞けばいいのよ？
Escape from some trouble? And what do you want me to hear? Monster? Huh? What's going on? I'm quite certain I heard rumbling noises a short while ago.
どこに怪物がいるっていうのよ？この臆病者。
Coward. No, it's true. It was nearby just now. I swear I've never heard such frightening sounds before in my entire life. I didn't lie to you. It might even be lurking somewhere in one corner while looking at us for its next meal. Last night it had several Yarlians for supper.
私疲れてるの。本当に何かが隠れているんだったら静かにするか出て行ってくれる？
escape from whatever trouble. Otherwise you can get out. The girl closes her eyes again. Looks like she doesn't care about Yarlians. I I want to open my mouth, yet I can't find anything to say. Ah. Don't tell me I was too much on edge and started to hallucinate. Maybe I should follow her advice by resting quietly before making any plans to leave the mountain and look for Mr. Coke. That low-key rhymed. So I find a spot in one corner and shut my eyes to recuperate. Likewise. Rumble. With 3 exclamation marks this time. Listen, it's here! I jump up with my feet sliding against the floor. Good grief.
どうしたって寝かさないつもりね。
The girl opens her eyes and furrows her brows. What's the point in sleeping? We should run, quickly.
逃げる？バカ騒ぎしちゃっ
Not
て。
this tomboy.
片付け
Bring
て
me
あげるから
along.
連
I
れ
will
てき
settle
な
it
さい。
for you. Settle? Are you a fool? Upon hearing the words, I grab her hand and shake it for a while, feeling unsettled in my heart. Don't tell me she's really an idiot. I think you're the dumb one here. She looks so well dressed. She can't possibly be an enormous living in a tree. I think I read that right.
まったく何慌ててるのよ。
Is there
何
a
を
need
臆病なの？
to... You are really a coward. The girl takes my hand to pull herself up before striking out.
年寄りに夢を邪魔し
Here's
ない
to
でちょ
serve
う
this
だい。
senior's beauty sleep.
うん
Monster
あ
has been tired of
怪物ですって。
weird.
もう嫌になるわ。
I can only hear her voice from inside the tree. Wait! I hurry out of the tree after that cocky girl. I can only see her standing there while looking ahead, dumbfounded. Ah yes, that is quite a dumbfounded expression right there. Oh, that's not a monster, that's... this. I follow her gaze and gasp involuntarily as I break out in a cold sweat. A terrifying yellow dragon is roaring mightily, producing continuous rumbling noises. In addition, black smoke is spewing from its tail, and it can swiftly demolish any tree in its path with its head. Oh no, mechanical brontosaurus. Maybe our protagonist Kieran is actually a cat. Run! Hurry! My legs have turned to jelly at the overwhelming sight of this frightening monster. I can barely muster my voice, but my head is telling me to run. Yeah? I grit my teeth and tense my muscles. In one fell swoop, I grab that girl who doesn't know any better, turn around, and run away from that scary monster. She is so confused. We need to run away as quickly as possible while it hasn't responded yet. It's our only hope to survive. The fucking physics, yeah. Who? Ryland's become an owl. I have no idea how far we ran. Anyway, I stopped to catch my breath only when those rumbling noises from behind are completely out of earshot. Are you alright? I wipe away the sweat covering my entire face and turn around to check on that girl I pulled to run with me. Yes. She looks confused while staring in the direction we came from. She's probably wondering whether that monster will pursue us.
あれは
What was that? That was the monster I've been talking about. I have no idea what it is either. Mechanical brontosaurus. That's what it is, guys. Come on.
あんたたちが作ったんじゃないの？
It isn't something humans like you have created? A human creation? Are you joking? Humans can't create such a massive thing. Oh, buddy. Buddy. This guy don't know anything, do he? believed it. Ah. Oh. Is that so? She lowers her head to think about something. Then I realize I'm still holding her hand. Aww. Or... It's either... Okay, there's two ways to the single. That is cute, or how lewd. Hand-holding. How could they? Sorry, your stamina is really amazing. Oh god, that got lewder. I hurriedly released her hand, but I noticed she didn't sweat at all, and her breathing is unbelievably steady. She should be panting heavily after running like this. But I thought there was a person riding it. I wish I could get stamina. Oh, fucking same. In the context of just general cardio. Well, I guess it depends on the context. She is cute. She just ignores me and begins to mutter to herself as if she's trying to recall something. Yeah, 'cause you're a fucking dumbass, bro. Guess not every aristocratic girl... Guess not every aristocratic girl is weak and prone to illnesses. I still read that wrong, but we're moving on. My worries are unfounded. Well, I'm going back. What about you? You're gonna go back to that fucking thing that you just ran from? What? I point in the direction that I remember as my way back. Ah. Okay. Different back. Got it. You're not as dumb as I thought you were. She glances in my direction, then looks behind her as if she can't make up her own mind. I'm just adding words casually, don't mind me. Although we have escaped from that monster, it may come here, and we don't know if there are others in this mountain forest, so it's best for you to return to town with me for now, alright? I'm gonna take her home. I'm not certain if this girl is from our small town, but I still bring it up after a moment's hesitation. After all, it's probably too dangerous to leave her alone in this mountain.
Machi?
Town? Hurry up and go, missy. I pat her shoulder to encourage her to pick up the pace. Don't touch me anytime you like. Yeah, gosh. Consent is important. She angrily brushes away my hand and walks off on her own. It should be along this direction. I hurriedly point in the direction behind me. Tisk. She frowns and returns to me grudgingly. Sorry, it's a habit of mine. I would usually talk like this at the kitchen where I work. Shut up. Lead the way properly. Yes, yes. She's urging me to hurry up and go after dismissing mine. Actually, I only have a rough idea of the direction because this expansive forest is far larger than I thought. Aristocratic outfits are consent, Rylan. Yeah, Rylan. Cosplay isn't consent. A nighttime thunderstorm could change so many things. That was bad delivery. We're moving on, though. I'm relying on my memory to find my way back, and the girl is following me quietly from behind. However, the surroundings are getting more unfamiliar. Do you remember what happened last night? I slow down a little to allow her to catch up. You have my scent on you. She intently casts her deep purple eyes straight at me as if she's checking on something. Scent? I'm a bit confused. What did I do last night? Dun dun dun. No, but the scent is certainly... She just looks away and bites her lip while muttering to herself without answering my question. I'll be honest, actually, I still remember the earlier part clearly. Oh god, that text just shrank down. Fucking... Okay. A few Darlians were after me. I ran for my life. Then this Yarlian suddenly stopped shouting for some strange reason. At that time it was pitch dark, and I didn't dare to look back. Afterwards, I stumbled across an opening on a tree when the place got hit by lightning. Got lit by lightning. I fell inside by accident and found you there. I just realized, you guys probably won't actually be right as this stream fuzzed up for me too. Amazing. Ah yes, you guys can barely see all of the text because of my format. That's nice. I guess it's a good thing I'm reading anyways, right? Right? Anyways. I knocked the back of my head, trying my best to remember the earlier events. I saw you were inside that opening, and then... Huh? Yes. The girl suddenly stops in her tracks and calls out an alarm, snapping me out of my thoughts. She looks completely surprised, much more than that time when she saw the huge yellow dragon. I also quickly turned to look in that direction. Oh no! Shrubbery! Oh. Those are buildings, alright. We've walked to the edge of the forest without realizing it, but the sight in front of us looks alien to me. Where are we? I look at her. From her serious expression, I can tell she's equally puzzled. If my memory didn't fail me, this place should be a small run-down town. A small town where one could see the edge in one glance. I can feel my breath getting more rapid. Everything is so confusing. But in front, how did this large city which resembles a labyrinth appear in one night? What should we do?
戦争終結のため私に投票を
Vote for me. End the war. What is this, ReZero? Oh man, more structures than humans. Well, that humans couldn't have possibly made because they're so big. You know what? Facts. Yeah, is this fucking ReZero? Vote for me. End the war. The girl looks away from me to stare in the distance and begins to say something strange. What?
1972年11月には兵たちを家に返します
I will bring our soldiers home in November 1972. I guess this is before Higurashi. Funny. The year 1972? What are you saying?
あれを見て
Look there. She points to a tall building opposite. It resembles a tower stretching to the heavens that I can never imagine. A large poster is hanging at the middle of the tall building. The poster has a picture of a man with a pipe and a burning flag behind him. That is the flag of Yarli? No. At first glance, it looks like the Yarlian's flag, but in fact, it appears closer to the flag of Yarli and Orly combined together. Nevertheless, I'm more interested in the words on top. 1972. General elections. The year 1972? Rubbish. Stuff and nonsense. I can't help slapping my face, hoping to wake up from this ludicrous dream. Wake up, quick! Rylan, wake up, quick! My cheeks feel as if they're burning after being slapped repeatedly, and the palm of my hands are even starting to feel numb, but everything remains the same. Yeah, hurting yourself doesn't fix problems, sir. How did it become like this? What is going on? You guys are time travelers now, congrats. I lowered my hands limply, unable to stop myself from trembling all over.
確か1672年6月
I'm sure it was June 17. Wow. I'm sure it was June 1672 that day. June 1672. Wow, this took place on my birthday, guys. Wow. I'm so special. I'm filled with new hope when she mentioned that year, which I know well. By the way, you also remember it was the 26th June, 1672 yesterday. I didn't say I was born that. Same birthday. Day. Not date. Just the date. It is way before. You know what? Fuck it. I'll commit to it. Yeah, I'm 350 years old. Got a problem with that? Huh?
でもどういうこと？立っていてもせいぜい10年ぐらいだと思ったのに。
Grandpa.
なぜ？
Yes, call me Grandpa. But how did it turn out this way? I thought 10 years would pass at most. Why? 10 years? What do you mean 10 years? I quickly grab her and press on with my questions as if she were my lifeline. What do you know? Quickly, tell me what is going on.
そうね。
Let me think. Well, sea bunnies typically live from a few months to a year, so you being 350 is rather impressive. Thank you. Praise me more, praise me more. I dare you. She lowers her head.
わかったわ。あんたよ。
I understand now. It's you. The girl suddenly glares at me after some time. Me? I point at myself to confirm I didn't hear her wrongly.
そうよ。私の計画における唯一の変数はあんたの存在。
Right, you're the only thing that changed in my plans. Plans? Changed? What are you talking about? Forget it.
忘れて。
There's no point in
何の
dwelling
役に
on
も
it
立たないも
now.
の。
I need to return to
ま
my
ずは
abode
私の家を
first.
見つけないと。
She shakes me off and turns around to leave. Wait. I quickly grab her. I don't know your plans, nor do I want to, and I don't care if you want to go... I don't care if you want to go anywhere either. I just want to go back, so help me to return first.
私に何の関係があるっていうの？
What does it have to do with me? It's obvious. I'm sure I ended up here because of you. You definitely know how to return too, right?
バカね。そもそもあんたがここに来たのは自業自得でしょ？それに誰もあんたが帰るのを止めないわ。自分で道を探すことね。
Just find your way back. That's all. Simple, right? When I said return, I meant I want to go back to the year 1672, not 1972.
あんたバカ？
Are you an idiot?
どうやって
How do you think you
1972年に
arrived
来
in
たと思ってるの？
1972? Magic trick or something? I don't want to argue with you. Let me go back, and I'll pretend I never saw you.
鈍い男
Stupid
ね。
fellow.
もう
I've
十
already
分説明し
explained
たでしょ？
myself clearly enough.
私にとっ
I
て
didn't
想
foresee
定
it
外なの。
either. I'd also like to go
でき
back
るこ
if
となら
possible.
私だって帰りたいわ。
What do you mean?
でも仕方ないの。
But I can't do it. I can't do it. What do you mean?
1672
You
年
should
には
stop
戻れ
having
ないって
any
意味
ideas
よ。
of going back to 1672
1972年
and
で
think hard on
どうや
how
って
to
生き
spend the
残る
rest
か
of
考
your
え
life
な
in
さい。
1972. I can't return? I freeze as if a bucket of ice is being poured onto me. Then, what about Mr. Cook? And Miss Aaron next door? She cackles as if she's gloating at me. I bow my head. If this is the year 1972, they should be long gone by now. Unless they discovered immortality. Plot twist.
自分で考えなさい。
Figure it out yourself. Her voice gradually becomes more distant and eventually fades into the wind. She's gone. What should I do? Should I go after her? I have no idea where she went. Ow. Where should I go? Where can I go if Mr. Cook is gone? Find his lineage? I don't know. I wander aimlessly through the streets in this foreign city. The roads in this place are painted black in color and have wide pavements. Vehicles with metallic bodies and 4 wheels zip past me one after another, and they can move so quickly without harnessing the power from a horse or ox. In addition, there are skyscrapers that stretch taller than massive trees reaching up to the sky. These buildings have a variety of attractive posters and signboards displayed at their entrances, and the pictures are so beautiful it's so hard to tell them apart from the real thing. I began to develop strong hallucinations by looking at the various things around me. I seemed to be a non-existential spirit drifting about in this city. I guess that's how you read that. Is that even an actual word? Wow, moving on. However, every passerby is looking at me strangely. Their bewilderment proves I'm not a ghost. Man, look at that guy. He's wearing fucking really outdated clothes. Where does he think he's from? The 1600s? I even thought of searching for the places I could remember at first, but I can't find any familiar building or signboard. It's been 300 years, sweetie. I don't know if you processed that yet. From morning till night, I passed countless streets and many unfamiliar faces, yet I didn't get anything. Mr. Cook, where are you if you're still alive? Where are your traces if you aren't around anymore? A graveyard? Eventually, I reached an entrance with open metallic doors. The passageway beyond the entrance had soothing music and bright lights that feels like a place full of joy and laughter. But something on the other side catches my attention, and I stride there. Mr. Cook? I realize it at that moment. This is the place. A large statue of a person holding a shotgun is standing in front of me, and that person is Mr. Cook. The statue has a plaque at the base of the words written on it, Mellow Cook, and for whatever reason coordinate. Or no, those are dates. Wait. Okay. A large statue of a person holding a shotgun is standing in... Okay. Got it. So it's probably in dedication. Got it. Yeah, he's been long dead, buddy. Seems like he only died like a few years after this whole fiasco. Big sad, big sad. Mr. Cook's restaurant used to be sited at the same place as this statue. Although this locale looks entirely different now, my gut instinct is telling me that I used to live here. Menlo Cook, Norley civilian hero. He was the first person to spot a Yarlian scouting party and raise the alarm, enabling the Norlians to organize their defenses in time. I read each word on the plaque verbatim. Although very few words are written on it, each word feels more somber than anything else. Cook later joined the Norlian militia and died a glorious death in the most hated battle on March 1675. Both colonies merged after this long period of war and bloodshed in history. I opened my mouth when I finished reading everything on the plaque, yet I can't breathe. As I take a step back, the heel of my foot trips against the loose tile sticking out, and I fall on my buttocks. Then a few people in an outlandish clothing of various colors laugh boisterously at my wretched state before they promptly disappear amid the bright lights in the distance. I look at the lights and can make out the words amusement park on top. Amusement park? I feel hurt. Mr. Cook, his restaurant, and my home were buried in this amusement park's grounds. I stagger to my feet. I have to escape from the cemetery and amusement park. I can't breathe. I wander along the streets in bewilderment. Now I really have no idea where to go. In this world, who am I? Fucking hell, that startled me. Ah. Toot, toot, toot. Wowee. God. I guess I got a little too into it there, guys. Instead, loud noises suddenly rang out from behind. I turn around to see a red-colored metallic vehicle, and the people inside are looking angrily at me from behind the car's window. Country bumpkin, move aside quickly. Where are you going? Could I hitch a ride? Country bumpkin, are you mad? Yes, actually. Now, a few men have stepped out of the vehicle while cursing and swearing. So, these metallic boxes contain that many people. Hello there, I have nowhere to go. May I come along with all of you? What a wishful thinker you are, Raylan. That group of people surround me after I told them about my predicament, and their angry expressions are replaced by sinister smiles. Huh? What are you doing? The man suddenly pins me down from behind, and it seems both of my hands are being restrained before I can react. Nothing. We just want to befriend you. Don't get so agitated now. Lads, put it on him. A gunny sack which smells horrible is placed over my head, and my vision turns black. This fellow's out of his mind, and he looks so wretched. Who knows if he might be an escapee from the mental hospital? Would those punks at the Tiger Gang want him? Pinned down from behind, indeed, Catman. We are being kidnapped. They can tear him apart before selling him. They won't be able to tell. What is there to sell? I have nothing valuable on me. Your internal organs, sir. That's okay if you have no money. Your entire body is worth a lot. One kidney alone can fetch you 100,000. Haha. Oh, I thought we were being something else. Not gonna lie, that did cross my mind too. But no, we're just gonna be kidnapped and sold. No biggie. All of you are bastards! Release me! Help! I'm being tied up from head to toe. No matter how hard I struggle, I can't move. I can only yell through my mouth. And harvested, yeah. Where else would you yell from though, sir? Your butt? I think that's called a fart though. Yummy livers. Damn, you're so noisy. Kidnapped, dissected, and sold for parts. Asterisk. Yeah. Something hard is hitting the back of my head a few times, and I'm getting dizzy. Ah, yes. Murder through blunt trauma. Well, this was a fun run. Oh. They're taking him to a chop shop. Hey. 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 Someone is kicking my stomach? Who's calling me? I blearily open my eyes and see a silhouette in front. You are... I slowly regain my vision. Then I realize that the dark figure under the moonlight is none other than that girl inside the tree. You're awake? I've been calling you for a long time, John. John is a much better name than his actual name, not gonna lie. She's just looking at me from above and appears somewhat annoyed. No shit, Sherlock. John? What happened? Where am I? I have returned? I can only see a forest around me. All those roads and tall buildings are gone, as if I have returned to the world I belong to. Fool? You're still thinking of going back? Wake up. I didn't go back? No shit, Sherlock. No, we're still in 1972. Stop thinking about coming back. Nobody can do it. So I haven't returned. I can feel a slight ache on the back of my head as I regain consciousness. Then I suddenly remember that I got bound by several men before passing out. My head took quite a beating. No, what happened to that group of people? I scramble to a sitting position and look around upon recalling this part. Don't panic. They've been dealt with. Dealt with? It's taking quite a lot of effort, but I'm surprised you still care about them. Were you mad just now? cousins and I. Mad? You'd wanted to die so much by provoking that bunch of guys? You think you can go back 3 centuries if you die? No, I only wanted to ask them for help. You're gonna die without any dignity if you carry on like this. The girl seems to be laughing for a while, but she sighs afterwards. Face it, you and I are the only ones from 300 years ago. Stop stumbling around like a fool. You might lose your life anytime. But I had no other choice. My home and my family are long gone. I'm not certain what happened that night, but you do have my scent on you. Your scent? Right. You have my scent. That means the deal between us has been sealed. You became my thrall from that moment on. What are you saying this time? Deal? Thrall? I don't get what you mean at all. Someone knows nothing about the supernatural. She pauses for a moment before smiling at me. My name is Yella Lester. I'm a vampire. I come from a far more distant past. Why is your name Yella, sweetie? Yella? I slowly recite her name. This is a vampire's name? Evidently. This girl's actually a vampire-ess. I'm pretty sure it's still just a vampire, no extra S's, sir. What are you laughing at? She seems somewhat angry. Maybe she's surprised at my response. Yeah, 'cause you're a douchebag. I'm laughing at the sheer incredulity of things. Vampires? Thralls? Sleeping for 300 years? Do you have anything more far-fetched than these? I mean, she could just kill you, I guess. You don't believe me? Normal people probably won't believe a vampire's words. At this point, what's the difference between I believe you or not? These are both bad options. Both bad options. Can I do a quick save? Quick save. These are both bad options, guys. I guess this is the closest to a nice option. What's the difference whether I believe you or not? I have no place I can call my home in this world. Even if I believe her, it won't change anything. Looks like you choose to disbelieve. What are you gonna do? Murder? Yella comes closer and taps me with her sharp index finger. I will prove it to you. Your neck has my mark. I'm not taking the murder out, got it. She stabs my neck lightly with her fingernail. Mark? It's here. She jabs intently. My skin is about to break. How it hurts! Don't tell me this girl is really a vampiress. Her hand is surprisingly large. The fuck? And doesn't match her appearance? What you doing judging her hand size, man? Gosh. 300 years ago, you sealed a deal with me inside that hole in the tree. The mark on your neck is the proof of our agreement. What deal? I didn't agree to it. I don't know, man. She seems like the type of person that takes consent seriously, unlike you. Neck has a vampire's mark? Is that a Vanitas no Cards reference? The bigger the hand, the smaller it looks. Thank you, Catman. Think about it. Would an ordinary human be able to live for 3 centuries? If that person didn't sell his or her soul to a vampire? Probably not. I don't know. You must have forced it on me while I had passed out inside the tree. Like how you forced your head onto her chest instead of, I don't know, checking for a pulse in her wrist. Pick your battles, Raylan. You passed out? You were the one with no sense of shame when you touched me. God knows what you were planning at that time. Yeah, Yella, call him out. Call the fucker out. I just entered to take shelter from the rain, and he erased my memories. I couldn't remember anything inside the tree at all, let alone any recollection of any whatever Let's try that again. And you erased my memories. I couldn't remember anything inside the tree at all, let alone any recollection of whatever pact. Who knows? You. Basically, the agreement is in effect. You have been my foe for 300 years. Suck it up, fucker. Yellow withdraws her finger, and that cold feeling promptly leaves my neck. My brother in Christ, you have put your head on her chest. Exactly. Of course, I will also fulfill my duties as your master by protecting you. At least those low-life won't be able to take advantage of you. No organ harvesting, you bitch. She's saying it while licking her own fingertips. Protect? But you're a vampire. Don't tell me you won't suck my blood. I wonder if I'm imagining things. It feels as if she's trying to overcome something. Don't worry. I won't hurt you since you're my minion. And I'm not interested in your blood either. It's fucking nasty. It's like 300 years old, man. Like, come on. I have no knowledge of this world after 300 years, and basically can't help you with anything. You aren't interested in my blood either. In that case, you have absolutely nothing to lose if you annul this pact and allow me to leave, right? You want to leave? Be my guest. She's releasing me that easily? It seems the vampire's attitude to his or her servants is much more liberal than the landowners. Yeah. However, once you move away from me by a certain distance, you will shrivel up into a pile of dry bones, and then turn into a wandering spirit instantly. You were supposed to die 3 centuries ago. She closes her eyes and her lips curve upwards, as if she's deriving pleasure from toying with a pet. You. The vampire isn't up to anything good after all. I've been protecting you in all these 300 years. You should think of a way to repay me before you leave. Fine, fine. How should I repay you then? No hurry. We have plenty of time. I might have woken up later than expected, by more than 2 centuries. But I'm well prepared for all eventualities. Now that I have a thrall like you, we shouldn't have any major problems. Perhaps you already took me into account a long time ago? How so? I didn't expect you at all. But it isn't always a bad thing. Cute. The wind from the mountainside is blowing her silver hair up, and she's smiling at me with her sharp fangs glinting under the moonlight. As her hair spreads out in all directions under the moonlight, she simply looks like a pure white angel. No, a vampire should be a monster. I can't allow myself to be deceived by this girl's appearance. But she's cute. She's adorable. Look at her. Come on, man. Come with me. Your fate is already bound to mine. That monster whispers to me. Fate has cursed you and blessed you at the same time. John. I was wondering earlier, where did this John come from? I'm Raylan. Raylan Monroe. That's a really sucky name, man. Yellow shrugs and smiles happily. I'm really pulling your leg, Raylan. You must be doing it on purpose. She's looking at me slyly and is smiling even more gleefully. Get up and change your clothes, then follow me. Yellow points to something beside me. Eh? Where did you get these sets of clothes? I pinched them from those ruffians earlier. People might get the wrong idea if you go with me in such tattered clothing. Facts. You really got rid of them? She is a vampire. Come on. I look at the pile of clothes, and they really appear very similar to the ones those people were wearing earlier when they surrounded me. Of course. Who do you think I am? Mila recently told us your name, sweetie. She goes out after saying it, just probably giving me some privacy to change my clothes. No shit. She has some decency, unlike someone. Fine. I choose a set of clothes that is close to my size from among the pile. The clothes in this area are much... Okay. The clothes in this area are much softer than the ones during my time. After all, I have no choice but to follow you. Yella's shoulders stiffen slightly in the distance, as if she's heard my murmuring.
Eh?
Yes, of course. Then she turns around to chuckle. Huh? I haven't finished changing. I hurriedly pulled my pants up. Incompetent servant! Hurry up and change! Yella quickly looks away while blushing, and she strides off in a huff. But her steps become more light-hearted after she's walked a few paces. She doesn't seem to be angry. Rather, she's behaving as if she is jumping for joy after finding a treasure or something. What did she see? Are you done changing? Coming. I quickly run after her. Since there's no going back and I have nowhere to go, I might as well follow her. 2 heads are always better than 1. I follow Yella to a remote area. An old solitary mansion is standing in front. Its architecture feels nostalgic to me because a rich person's house used to be designed in the same way 3 centuries ago. But now, the old mansion looks dilapidated at a glance, and even a little eerie under the moonlight. What is this place? It's my house. But 3 centuries have passed. I peer out the roof of the building like a middle-aged, balding man. I said before that I'm prepared for all contingencies. Don't assume everyone is as dumb as you. She steals a glance at me as she embraces herself smugly. Well, that's good. See the stairs over there? Prise the board at the 3rd step underside. Hit a key inside. Key? Do we need a key? Yeah. Basic security, my guide. I survey the windows. Is a key needed? Isn't it easier to simply open a window and climb inside? Bruh, just use the front door. Quit babbling, just find it. Yes, yes, yes. This girl is just a vampire dressed as an aristocrat. How come she also has an entitled How come she also has an entitled girl's attitude? Can even shun the simple task of opening a window. Nah, go through the window. Save the windows for defenestration. Just enter through the main door. Come on now. Are you done yet? Coming. After searching the base of the stairs, I locate the key she indicated and use it to open the door. But the lock on the door is extremely rusty. What should I do? I have no choice but to return to her for help. Through the window. Really? I'll do it myself. Yella snatches the key from my hands, squeezes past me, and works intently on the door. Creak, creak. Squeak, squeak. To the wall. Wait. The metallic scraping noises become louder until there's a snapping sound. I think the key broke inside the lock. Oh no, I guess they do have to go through the window after all. So frustrating. Yella becomes berserk and I watch her in fear. Although she said she wouldn't suck my blood, she didn't say she would not bite me with her sharp teeth if she became angry. Please don't lose your rationality and chomp me. Get over yourself, Raylan. Calm down. How about this? I'll open the window, get inside, and open the door from there. No, I'm going in first. You'll wait here. She lifts the hem of her dress and leaps inside a window which is close to a person's height, and without waiting for my response. It is her house after all. Catman, you're very good at... Fuck it, you're allowed. Yeah. You would allow her to bite you, huh? Wouldn't you? Anyways. I'm utterly shocked by her neat movements. It's really too fast. And she can get inside smoothly without brushing her dress against the broken glass. It is her house, man. Then I hear a step of footsteps. A step of footsteps, Then I hear a set of footsteps, followed by the door being opened with a groan shortly afterwards, so I hurry inside. Ouch! Be careful! Upon stepping inside, I trip on a decaying floorboard and nearly fall down. Luckily, Yella is quick and catches me in the nick of time. You didn't notice such a large rotting piece of wood? And you even tripped on it? She glares at me and uses her feet to clear the litter on the floor. It's too dark here, I'm not used to it. I wait for my eyes to adjust to the lighting inside the mansion before I look around the interior with the moonlight streaming in through the windows. Most of the floorboards inside are in disrepair, and old wooden boards are scattered everywhere. Simply stepping on any of these boards might even risk getting pierced by wooden splinters, blah 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 blah. You can't see all of these? What a blind man. He is but human, even if he's been alive for so long. I'm not blind, I'm just not quite used to this place. I should tell you that I used to be the champion in a rabbit hunting competition at Norley. Please don't hunt rabbits. Not in front of me, man. Come on, I'm just a little Sibanui. The Norlians would frequently organize hunting competitions. One of their most challenging contests involved tracking down rabbits and catching them within the shortest time. So I was the best in this aspect. More like a champion in a joke? My toes are better than your eyesight. Oof. Yella's mocking laughter interrupts my bragging about myself. Don't you dare underestimate. Huh? What is that? I suddenly notice a hole that looks larger than the other cavities under the moonlight on the floor behind Yella before I can rebut her. What? You're jumpy. As she turns around to look in the direction I'm facing, her facial expression stiffens. Is this the first floor? That hole is so big, it doesn't seem to have rotted naturally by itself. It can't possibly be a tunnel dug up by some wild beast or other. Oh no! My fault! Yella goes there in a fluster, her face ashen. Fault? I follow her. At the vault entrance, I can see a flight of wooden stairs that is badly damaged by termites, and man-made reconstructed walls around us. From my current spot, the place looks like a vault. The place really looks like a vault, but it's pitch dark and I can't see anything further inside. How did it end up like this? That's impossible. Yella stares incredulously at the interior as if she's going to use her gaze to... Okay. Yella stares incredulously at the interior as if she's going to use her gaze to dig out whatever's inside. What is going on? Why do you look so upset and fearful now? Don't tell me you hid something frightening inside, such as a vampire familiar or something. Yella jabs a fingernail at my elbow, and it hurts so much I shrink back. Shut up! What a load of nonsense. The riches I've accumulated back then were stored inside. So it's treasure. What a fright. I can't see the interior, but it should be fine as long as it doesn't contain some strange beast skeleton inside. In that case, let's retrieve them, quickly. They're gone. Gone? Wait! Yella crumbles like a puppet falling off of its broken strings after saying it, and I quickly help her to rest at one side. The entire mansion is huge, but I can only see wooden planks, nails, and various junk scattered around. Not a single piece of furniture is in sight, and the stairs have deteriorated until one half broke off, making it impossible to go upstairs. Just like a hollowed out hole in a tree. I head outside to find some bark and dried grass in the forest, and press them together to use a makeshift bedding. I also obtain some wild fruits. Although they don't look exactly ripe, they are big and shouldn't pose any issues if we eat them to fill our stomachs. Want them? I bring the bark, dried grass, and wild fruits back to Yella. She doesn't seem to have recovered from her massive shock. In her massive shock in losing all her valuables, and she just quietly pushes away the wild fruits I've offered her. As I lie on the bark and dried grass, I recall Yella's cocky attitude earlier. I'm well prepared for all eventualities. Now that I have a thrall like you, we shouldn't have any major problems. So that vault, which became easy picklings, polluters, was the only thing she prepared for all eventualities. I can't help chuckling. What a dick. What are you laughing at? Maybe our surroundings are too quiet, and my laughter is a bit noticeable. I didn't. I heard it. Are you laughing at me? No. Teeny, yes. This girl is still extremely proud of herself, surprisingly. Just like a lady from a rich family. What are you laughing at then? I was just thinking, how should I say it? Once anyone experiences a lot of misfortune, an additional one isn't much in a comparison. Since all these things we've encountered landed us in such a mess that it couldn't get any worse, I felt relieved when I realized it. So I laughed. You're optimistic. Some of that color has returned to her face. I'm close to lying out the makeshift bedding. Lie down, we'll be more comfortable. The wooden flooring is too hard. But when am I going to sleep with you? Interesting phrasing there, Yella. I still have another set of materials and we'll make another bedding shortly. Don't worry. Fine. Yella hesitates for a while, but she takes off her shoes and sits on the makeshift bed that I've arranged for her anyway. What a mess. I never thought a day will come when I have to sit on this lousy pile. Yes, I never expected that either. I was still enjoying a piping hot bowl of vegetable soup that Mr. Cook prepared for me at home yesterday morning, and everything changed in the blink of an eye. I amassed all those valuables through my blood, sweat, and tears. The vault was filled with so much treasure, only one could buy anything easily, and I just needed to wait for the curse to pass. I don't know how much treasure you have accumulated, but how did you amass them? You should know that ordinary people like me could never think of digging an underground vault, especially for storing valuables. It's quite an achievement just to fill a box with silver. Don't forget, I'm a vampire, not an ordinary person. I can obtain those riches from aristocrats easily. No, you just said now you worked your blood, sweat, and tears for them. How did it become a matter of obtaining them easily from the rich? You... Never mind. Actually, I'm beginning to get used to it. Just like that time when you said you were well prepared for all eventualities. Now, I mimic her voice and facial expression, but she pinches my arm savagely before I can finish. Ow! Shut up. If you say anything further, I'm going to rip out your mouth. David, I dare you, Yella. Yes. She keeps saying she's a vampire, but other than her mess with strength and bad temper, this vampire girl isn't even as scary as those human hooligans who kidnapped me earlier. Only 'cause you're on her good side, ma'am. Now that you're feeling better, would you like to eat something? We haven't eaten for the whole day. I pick a couple of fruits that appear cleaner than the rest, munch on one and offer the other fruit to her. Save it for yourself. She shakes her head. Are you worried that we won't have enough to eat? Don't worry, I plucked a lot. There are plenty of those in the forest outside. We have enough for both of us. Is she sparing a thought for me? I remember she climbed inside a window to open the door for me earlier. No, it'll be a waste even if I eat them. A waste? What do you mean? She's undead. She's a vampire. Come on now. Are you stupid? I said it before. I am a vampire. Vampire? Don't tell me you can't eat normal food. Someone's using the brain cell now. Right. Except for blood, all kinds of food are tasteless, and eating those are akin to eating nothing at all for me. I see. As a cook, I dread losing my sense of taste the most, so I can't help feeling a little sorry for this vampire girl. By the way, why didn't you allow me to open the window earlier? I thought you said I was your thrall or something. Yes, but even if I allow you to do that, so what? She lies down on the bedding with her back facing me after saying it. Why does her mood turn sour as quickly as flipping a page on a book? You're going to sleep? Shut up. Good night. I eat a few more fruits to fill my stomach. Then I lie down on the bedding, curl up, and slowly drift off to sleep. Sleep. Yeah, sure. Good night. I suddenly hear her mutter the word good night. Strange. How come I can't move? I am such a fool. How could have I allowed myself to fall for the tricks that easily? I'm not that different from those rich people who rush to offer gold to me. Yella, why can't I move? What are you going to do to me? Idiot. People need to eat when they're hungry. If vampires need to drink blood when famished. You don't even have this modicum of common sense? That's a new word. Oh, wait. I'm not worth drinking. And you said earlier that you wouldn't drink my blood. Do you find bread distasteful when you're starving to death? Would you care about a promise you made in passing if you're dying of hunger? Help! Help! She opens her blood-stained jaws wide and is coming at me. Idiot! What the hell are you screaming about? I sit up in fright, and the tree bark on my face slides off. Really? You dare to wake up your master, you incompetent servant? Yella is glaring angrily at me. For a moment, she looks perfectly similar to that vampire girl in my dreams somehow. What had possessed me to believe a vampiress so easily, I even traveled with her to this house? I'm simply like a little princess who would follow others without being on her guard at all, and got abducted to this place after some weird girl called me. Although she said earlier that she wouldn't suck my blood, can a vampire girl really keep her word? Hey, what are you gaping at? I'm asking you a question. She looks more furious and her fangs are glinting. Wait, do you remember how many people's blood you have sucked? What stupid question is that? Can you remember how much bread you have eaten? It's bread after all. I really had a prenomination. Don't come over. Don't suck my blood. You. Yellow pauses for a moment. Then she sighs and sits down again. Your memory can only take things in from less than half a minute ago? I told you before, I won't suck your blood. But what if you're starving? Listen good. You made a pact with me to be my servant. Your blood has my scent in it. Do you think I will suck my own blood? You know, that is a very fair point. It works that way? In addition, I'm a vampire with standards. 1. I never suck a sick person's blood. 2. I never suck a weakling's blood. 3. I never suck a non-hostile person's blood. Which type am I to you? A weakling, duh. If you didn't become my thrall, you would be a weakling, of course. I see. Being considered a weakling, I can only sniff quietly in disappointment. Should I cry or laugh? Cry, you deserve it. On further thought, she would have acted much earlier if she really wanted to suck my blood. She had plenty of opportunities to do so and wouldn't need to wait until now. Facts. Suddenly, some noises which sound like metallic sheets hitting against something are coming from outside the mansion. Laugh into a cry. Yeah. I look outside the window and see a few men step out of a car, and they are bantering among themselves while walking towards the mansion. A few people are approaching. They don't look like thugs. What kind of people are they to you? Normal people, I think. Do you want to suck them? Ow, it hurts! Surprisingly, she pinches me hard again. That group of people seem to have heard my voice and they stop to look at me. Are you a vagabond? One of them comes over to a window to ask me. Ah? For a moment, I have no idea how to answer him. But he opens his mouth immediately without waiting for my answer. This building isn't owned by anyone and will be demolished as planned. For your own safety, please leave immediately. No, this building's owner is right here. I point to Yellow beside me. You say she's the owner of this building? The man laughs as if she just heard our joke. Otherwise, I glance at Yellow to confirm on things. She's gone, servant. However, I didn't expect her to give up so easily after all. You're not the owner? Suppose I say that I'm the owner of this mansion from 300 years ago. Do you think anyone will believe me? Facts. Yellow scowls at me before she steps out of this place. Wait for me. I run after her. You're leaving just like that? You're giving up even though this place used to be your home? It doesn't matter. In any case, I don't have anything that I need in there. Fine, it's your home, not mine anyway. What? You have something to say about it? No, not at all. I just think you're quite pitiful as a rich vampire. Not only have you lost all your valuables, but your mansion is going to be demolished by others. Is there a vampire in a worse state than you? Say it. Say it again. Ugh. Yellow grabs my cheeks in one stroke, and her fingernails are digging into my skin, which hurts. Wrong, I'm wrong. What an horrible, stupid servant. Wise up a little. Yellow relaxes her grip, and the mood between us settles down for a moment. This calmness gradually becomes awkward afterwards. Without a goal, the air feels more chilly by a few degrees because of our wretched state. Hey, you don't feel hungry? I notice Yella is swallowing her own saliva in small mouthfuls. A vampire can go without sucking any blood for quite a while. It can last a long time after a full meal. That's quite convenient then. Would you rather I turn you into a vampire as well? Yella smirks briefly. I only need to suck all your blood, then use my powers to transfer my blood back into you, and it is done. That's convenient, I guess. She's running her fingernails across my body while saying it, giving me the goosebumps. Don't! It sounds horrible! Don't ever do that! It's more useful to have a human than a vampire as my servant. At least I wanted to share my food with you. That's fair. Right. I remember the wild fruits I ate yesterday, and nodded in agreement. Well, Missy, what should we do now? I have no idea. On any rate, let's go to the city for now. The city after 300 years is so huge. We'll definitely find our niche in there. Facts. Okay, why are you struggling? Both things for the game to struggle on. It's a music video. This is fun, I guess. Struggling so hard on this one. Kind of fun, not gonna lie. I just have to hope it doesn't crash, because that would be big sad. The song is probably copyrighted, so I'll probably just cut it out for the music video. I might. It's trying so hard for this, guys. It's kind of sad. Maui. No, that was chapter 1. Wow. How many chapters are there? I wonder. It's so hot. I'm the one finding it hot. Please walk slowly. You can't move quickly under the sun. Okay. Aren't you afraid of the sun? Legend has it that vampires fear the sun. I sure do hope that I fear the sun. She glances at me listlessly. No, I'm just curious. The two of us. No. A human and a vampire. Ow. No. A human and a vampire are wandering in the city with the sun shining brightly on us. The black-colored roads have a pungent smell, and the stuff which resembles water vapor wafting off on top is giving me that illusionary feeling inadvertently. I'm so thirsty. You can still talk so much even when you're thirsty. I'm just changing the subject. By the way, eating for you is akin to drinking water. How nice. Are you envious? The food all of you eat will be tasteless as the price for that. That's true. What a shame. My fried tomatoes with chili and tea leaves is one of a kind. Pity you won't be able to try it. Are you sure that's for eating? Not for feeding pigs? Oof. What? As the only pupil of the established master chef cook, how can I allow a vampire girl with no sense of taste to say my own special dish isn't edible? You're ignorant then. For tea leaves, chili, and tomatoes, you only need to pick any one of them, and anyone will certainly find it into a plate of delight. Don't you think so? Obviously not. Have you ever tasted it yourself? Isn't that obvious? Can anyone call themselves a chef if they don't even taste their own cooking? You're a chef? Can you cook anything with blood? What are you saying? That plaything you call blood is a monster's food. How could humans like us prepare dishes out of blood? With creativity. What if a cute monster asks you to cook something that contains blood? Or else she'll tear off your head. I'm wrong. I'll definitely learn to cook a dish with human blood when I'm free. Forget it. I'm not looking forward to such a dish either. You have so little faith in me? I'm a... Yes. That's enough. I'm losing my patience because talking to you is such a waste of energy. My mouth is also getting dry. Blood is a huge ingredient around the world, Raylan. Human blood, though? I don't think human blood is, though. In fact, my mouth can't squeeze out a drop of saliva by now. Yet you're still talking so much. It's because you're in a visual novel, guys. Even if I shut up, that won't relieve my thirst. We might as well get to know each other by talking more. Did you learn this kind of logic from the gorillas? Logic? What is logic? Oh, that explains a lot, buddy. Shut up. Yellow looks away and doesn't want to talk to me anymore. Don't blame her. Don't blame her at all. We didn't see a single well as we wandered around. I really wonder how did the people here get their water. I'm dying of thirst and can't take it anymore. I extend my tongue in an attempt to catch some of the water vapor in the air. So dirty. Shut that stinking mouth of yours. But Yellow stops me in no time. Do you remember the taste of plums? Plums? What? What's going on? How come I'm drooling now? I'm drooling. According to legend, there was a general from the east. Oh my god, the text got tiny again. According to legend, there was a general from the east in ancient times. The soldiers under him had exhausted all their water supplies, and they were as dry as a bone. The general lied to his men that there was a plum forest ahead. Upon hearing it, his men began to drool, and the thirst were alleviated. I just looked at your actions and thought of this story. I see. You've even traveled to the east before? I heard that place has gold everywhere, and everyone's so rich. Everyone is so rich, they have cotton tied to the trees there. I haven't been there before. I only know that place from books, and I've heard that the book which you just told me. Oh, I've heard that the story which you just told me. It sounds so far-fetched, it's quite likely to be false. It is false. Why? You're still thinking of going there? If that part of the world really has a lot of gold, it goes without saying that anyone will probably desire to go to such a place. Don't you want to go there? Yella shrugs without giving her answer. Water. So the water people drink nowadays are in there. Someone's holding a transparent bottle with the words distilled water written on it, and the person is coming from a shop with a signboard convenience store. Baby's first konbini. They put their things in there? The convenience store has a clean glass panel for its outer wall, so we can see the interior easily. which has an assortment of food on display at the shelves inside. There's so much food inside. Those are small pastries, and those are bread. They're so well made. Hey, that deep red liquid should be blood, right? What could it be if not blood? It's probably not blood, but I can't really imagine what. Tomato juice? Blood? Look over there. Yellow points in a row of bottles at the part of the shelves. Each bottle is crimson in color, and it really looks as if it contains blood. Wine? With chili sauce? Didn't realize Caps was on. Does wine normally come in crimson bottles, though? I don't think so. They can't be selling blood. Don't tell me if people nowadays do business with vampires. Right? It's a great area. Come, let's go in and take them. Calm down. We're down and out now. I don't think the shops in this area have progressed to a point that will give us anything for free. Then, we will rob them directly. Rob? Let's see how things go first. It just so happens that a woman carrying a bunch of stuff has approached the counter, and the clerk seems to be operating something there. Then she hands some colorful sheets of paper to him before stepping out of the store with her items. Did you see that? She used those colorful sheets of paper to exchange for the goods before coming out. That means the money in this era has become paper? We have been staring at that woman. The minute her eyes meets ours, she looks away in fear. She leaves hurriedly while holding her stuff tightly in her arms. I get it. That means I can rebuild my palace when I get those pieces of paper, right? I'm good at getting money. Leave it to me. Yella adjusts her sleeves in preparation to make an entry into the shop after saying it. Wait, it doesn't work that way. My instincts are telling me that if I allow her to enter, an accident is just waiting to happen. As I extend my hand to block her entry, I suddenly hear a noise that sounds as if something is sliding down. Are you alright? Then I use my outstretched arm to prevent Yella from falling down. I'm okay. I just lost my footing. Ugh. How come this doorway has a step? Wow, it's not handicap accessible. That's awful. Yes, why would you launch an attack without even looking at the terrain first? I suddenly got dazzled and didn't notice it. Dazzled? Why didn't you say so earlier? How are you going to get money if you're dazzled? At this time too? Don't tell me she's actually just a weak vampire girl, and everything she said about riches and whatnot was only empty posturing? I'm really starting to regret being her partner in crime. You're noisy. I'm gonna be in this state, if not for you. Eh? If not for me? Never mind. It's okay. Just follow me as my thrall, and stay out of my way. She adjusts her back as if she's going to assume another new posture. You need to explain yourself clearly. What do you mean if not for me? You're so annoying. I'm not blaming you for anything. I still hadn't fully regained my abilities when I woke up, okay? She brushes my hand away while saying it, and continues to head towards the store. Wait a minute. I quickly grab her before she can get into trouble. I use up a lot of my energy to get her to change course. Bang. Yella bumps her head into the glass door, and the sound of the impact rings out. Are you trying to kill me, incompetent servant? She's glaring and roaring at me while rubbing her head. Sorry, it wasn't on purpose. Are you alright? Maybe we're too loud and alarmed the store clerk. He has rushed over to check on us. I mean, not every day does someone just walk into a glass door. We're okay. By the way, when we have that bottle of blood you have inside, I have a friend who needs it, and I'll pay you a bit later. Although I'm not hopeful, I still think it's worth a shot. Bottle of blood? Why would our shop have such an item? That isn't one? I point to the row of red bottles, and the store clerk looks back in puzzlement to see which item I'm indicating. Of course not. Huh?
ヴァンパイア
Where do
用
you
の
put
シ
the
ョ
items you
ーツ
sell
は
to
どこにある
vampires
の
then? Upon hearing Gella's words, the store assistant looks at both of us, up and down. Are you high on drugs? Don't come to a convenience store. Go to a blood bank if you want those. Run along now, I have work to do. Blood bank? The store clerk waves his arm to dismiss us. The store clerk waves his arm to dismiss us, and then he turns round and returns to the counter.
あいつ
This fellow, I'm definitely going to. Oh. Yellow bares her fangs and it's halfway through her ramp before she clutches her head in pain and kneels down. You seem very weak. Are you okay? You're noisy.
うるさい
Even
わ
if
ね
I'm weak, I'm still
終わってたって
stronger
あ
than
んたより
you.
強いわ
Bedtime for me. Good night and have fun. Good night, Catman. You have a good sleeps. I hope to see you tomorrow. In tomorrow's stream. Okay, stop forcing yourself. Let's rest there for a bit. First, I'll think of a way. She doesn't seem to be in good shape. Vampires are afraid of the sun after all. I quickly help her to a shady spot under the roadside tree and we sit there. Are you feeling a bit better?
ムカつくわ
Curses. I would have smashed this lousy shop much earlier if it were here in the
私
past.
がぶっ壊してるわよ
Just rest here a while. Yella stares at me and then closes her eyes.
太陽は
I
嫌い
really hate the sun.
ただそこにあ
So
るだ
many
け
people would adore its
Minna
rays
ni
wherever it goes. Of course, the sun is the mother of light and the shield against the forces of darkness.
今今知ったらないわ
Go to hell, mother of light.
死ねばいいのよ
Simmer down, you might get struck by lightning. I used to hear those tales describing how vampires would crumble into ash if they exposed themselves to the sun. In contrast, Ella just looks a bit weak, and I can say the Mother of Light is already quite merciful.
ろくでなしのしもべく
Where's your plan?
それで何か解決策はあるの
Given her current condition, she'll certainly need to recover her stamina. It goes without saying that I'm not exactly in a better state either as I rub my empty stomach. Easy there, let me think. All in all, the most important thing is money. Without money, we can get blood from the blood bank, bread from the convenience store, and we can live. How are we going to get money safely? I'm a cook and might be able to work at a restaurant to earn some money. I can surely find one that will hire me because this city is so big. This beauty is so sig. And I'm quite confident in my culinary skills. Oh, I didn't mean to open that. Away. Problem is, it would be too slow to earn money this way. By the time I get my salary, Yella may have starved to death. But I have no other skills except on how to cook. Find work as a mason or a laborer? I would need to toil for at least a day before I could get any wages for this kind of work. Is there a faster way? As I think hard about my options, I notice a male passerby is placing money into a cup on the roadside, and a wrinkled old man is seated beside the cup. They can still do this? As I stare in astonishment, another woman comes over from the other direction, passes that cup, and tosses a few coins inside. Do the beggars nowadays have such low standards? They only need to display a cup and they'll get money in no time?
何か言った
What did you say? It seems she has recovered a bit and reopened her eyes, but she's still a little groggy. I have an idea. You should rest here first. I'll be back shortly.
え
Eh?
どこに
Where are
行く
you
の
going? Earn money.
何よ
How are you
どう
gonna
やっ
do
て
that? Don't worry, you'll see it shortly. I get up and look around.
待ちなさい
Hold on.
遠く
Don't
へ
go
行っ
too
ちゃダ
far.
メ
You'll be dead if you're too far away.
離れ
Yella grabs one corner of my shirt. I know, I'll become a skeleton, right? I won't go far. I see a metallic drum nearby, and it's filled with all kinds of junk. It should be a garbage bin. I'm going there. I won't die, right?
いいよ。
Go ahead. I head towards the garbage bin, rummage through it, and find an empty metallic container that resembles the cup in no time. I can barely make out the words, tin synthetic fish. Look. I smugly bring the tin back. Yola just glances at the thing in my hands before closing her eyes again. She looks weaker than before. Don't tell me she's close to her death and appeared euphoric just now. Will I turn into a skeleton instantly if she dies? This isn't good. I quickly place the tin in front of me, copy that old man by creasing my forehead and sitting backwards at an angle. What are you doing? I seem to have disturbed Yola, and she forces her eyes open to look at me. Don't worry, just rest for now. We'll have money in no time. I gesture at the tin in front of me, then point to the cup before the old man nearby.
これが
How will it
何の
help?
役に立つのよ。
As her voice trails off, a passerby tosses two silver coins into my tin. Thank you, thank you. I quickly beam and express my gratitude. That person smiles at me before walking off. Look!
そんな
How is that possible?
まさか
This world
世の中っ
has
て
changed?
こんなに変わるものなの？
Right, you can rest without any worries. By the time you wake up, we'll have money.
わかった。
Alright. I'm going to take a nap.
休むわね。
Yella relaxes, closes her eyes again, and is snoring in no time. I wonder if vampires see black mountain goats in their dreams. That's oddly specific. Thank you. Another person tosses money into my tin shortly afterwards. Looks like earning money this way is even faster than they thought. Is there a need to work at all then? Yes. I might become rich by simply lying down here. No. Just when I'm rejoicing at my luck, that old man sitting under the shade earlier suddenly comes over menacingly. Hey youngster, you're in my territory. Scram. How did it become your territory? I didn't take your spot. You can ask around. I've been begging here for 20 years. Every person around this place knows me. 20 years? No. Aren't you a rich man then? How do you still need to waste your time here? Bastard! See for yourself. The old man rolls up his pants. One half of a leg is missing inside with a wooden stick supporting it. I swallow my saliva. I'm at a loss for words. Do you get it now? Youngster, I had risked my life through countless bullets and bayonets for this country, and you weren't even born yet. Youngster or not, he definitely predates you a little bit, old man. I'm really sorry. I'm a newcomer and didn't know all these. I'm really short on money, though. Could you let me stay here for an afternoon? I don't want to make things difficult for you either, young man, but I'll go hungry for China if you stay here for an afternoon. We'll starve to death if we don't have money. She has already passed out from hunger. I point to Yella sleeping at one side. You seem like an able-bodied young man. If you really need money urgently, I can tell you a way. How about it? Yes, what is it? Go in this direction, turn right at the crossroads until you reach the end of the street, and you'll see a private blood bank. You can simply sell a small amount of your blood there, and I guarantee it will pay better than staying here for an afternoon. Sell my blood? I'm old, and they don't want my blood. I have sold some when I was younger. Is selling blood very profitable? They sell those to whom? Vampires? Places that do business with vampires really exist? Ah, geez, the blood has come full circle. Indeed, indeed. Of course it's profitable. As to their clientele, I'm not too sure. I heard the good quality blood from young people would be transfused into the rich and powerful, allowing them to stay young and live longer. Anyway, These are shady dealings. Who knows what they do with it? They would actually do this sort of thing? What an act by the devil. Why are you asking so much? Okay, hurry up and go. I've already wasted a lot of my time with you. Run along now. Goldman kicks my tin can impatiently. Yes, I'm going. Since there's a faster way to earn money, why am I feeling unhappy over it? I pocket the coins in the tin can and carefully carry Yellow, who is still sound asleep, on my back. What's going on? Yellow opens her eyes slightly and murmurs into my ears. Nothing. You're so light. Yeah, of course. Where are we going? To the blood bank. It's not far. Blood bank? You have money to buy blood? Upon hearing the words blood bank, Yellow suddenly becomes alert. Not yet. But once I sell my blood there, we'll have money to buy blood and bread. Sell your blood? You? Right. We can earn money more quickly than earlier. Just hold on a bit longer and we'll have enough to buy something to eat. Are you an idiot? If you sell your blood and spend that money to buy it back, then I might as well suck your blood directly. Didn't you say my blood has your scent? Sucking my blood is akin to sucking your own blood, isn't that so? It doesn't matter even if I don't eat. I'll be fine when the sun goes down later. You just need to earn enough money to get food for yourself. Are you worried that I could sell too much of my blood and die from it? I'm definitely not worried about you. I'm just concerned that you're too stupid and may die from your own stupidity. That's a valid concern. Bella's tone in her voice suddenly becomes frantic. Fine, I get it, Missy. Just relax a bit. Don't get too carried away and die a sudden death. I'm not an idiot like you. But you really are a vampire of principle. I would certainly find any person at random and suck his or her blood to fill my stomach if I were a very hungry vampire. I was crazed with hunger and had even eaten the bones meant for a rich man's dog when I was a child at one time. Needless to say, I got a beating by them. Yeah. That's so stupid. In what way are such people any different from wild beasts if they can't even adhere to their own principles? If people are crazy with hunger, they are wild beasts. Yella didn't say anything further while on my back. By the way, you really can't eat anything at all? Yeah. I've tried many kinds of food like humans, but they tasted like candle wax. Even if I forced myself to eat them, they wouldn't satiate my hunger at all. So I gave up. Yella's words sounded a bit sad. A vampire living among humans will probably be so lonely. Speaking of tasty food, jalapeno peppers are very spicy. They are so hot it feels as if needles are prickling your tongue. If these peppers are cut into small pieces and put in a wrap, they can enhance the flavor and will keep anyone warm for an entire day when eating for breakfast. Even if you tell me I can't taste it at all. Although your tongue can't taste it, you can use your imagination and taste them with your brains. What kind of nonsense is that? Ella titters and continues to listen to me. Most people will have a bit of milk wine. I hate when the text gets all tiny like that. Milk wine, though. Most people will also have a bit of milk wine to go along with it. The wine has a bittersweet flavor. It tastes a bit sweet when it reaches the tongue, and will turn bitter as it goes further inside a person's mouth before imparting that sweet and milky flavor again once it goes down the throat. I carry Yella on my back and tell her about the various food that I know. I don't know why I'm doing it. Perhaps they may relieve her loneliness. Thus the two of us are going along the pavement under the shade provided by the roadside trees in the city. The blood bank is further than I expected. Whoop. Hi, Nero. The blood bank is further than I expected. By the time we arrive there, the sun has already gone down below the mountains in the west, producing an orange glow in the sky. Are you feeling better? I allow Yella to get off my back. Look at the place. A6 Pharmaceuticals Blood Bank. The Pharmaceuticals Blood Bank, conveniently named after the company that made this game. Wowie. There's quite a crowd too. People are entering and leaving the blood bank through a small entrance from time to time, and most of them are young folks. This place is the work of the devil that old man mentioned. Although it looks rather clean, I'm still on tenterhooks. If the people inside found out I'm a clueless person from the ancient times to take advantage of that fact to collect my blood, what am I going to do? Just like those thugs from yesterday who tried to sell my kidneys. What's the matter? Yella seems to have noticed my apprehension and is asking me while tilting her head in confusion. How much have you recovered now? I'm still okay. Why? You used your powers to rescue me yesterday. Do you have it? What do you want to say? What's wrong? Well, can you save me if I get into trouble? Why are you asking this? I'm just worried. If the people inside have unsavory motives like those thugs, I won't be able to escape by myself. Yellow lapsed into silence and thinks for a while after hearing my explanation. Since you're afraid, do go in there. We'll think of another way. Oh. I scratched my head. Is it difficult to go on without anything to eat or drink for an entire day? And I think Yella isn't any better off. I should still go in. Huh? Aren't you a noisy one? Why are you behaving like a dog jumping back and forth? I have sorted it out. Unless we will die together. After all, we're also dead if we die of starvation. That's really stupid. Let's go. Yella strides towards the blood bank's door while saying it. Okay, let's go. I take a deep breath and follow her. This time, Yella pushes the glass door open without bumping into it. We enter the place and look around when we arrive before a reception counter. A woman in a blue uniform nods upon seeing us and approaches us with a smile. Welcome. My name is Luna, and I'm a nurse at A6 Art Pharmaceutical Blood Bank. How may I help you? For me, I'd like to sell my blood. The nurse smiles upon hearing my request. You'd like to donate blood and receive compensation for it? Compensation? Donate blood? The nurse's words are confusing, and I scratch my head in puzzlement. In other words, you'd like to donate blood and obtain payment in return for it. Am I correct? Yes, that's right. Okay. Is this young lady donating her blood as well? She writes something on a book and then turns to ask Yella at one side. Me? No, she's not donating her blood. The nurse sizes me up, then looks at Yella before smiling broadly. Alright, here's the form. Please fill your personal particulars at this section, and I will call you to draw your blood shortly. She gives me a pen and paper, and then points to an area on the right. That place has a lot of chairs for resting. Oh, okay. Hold on, sir. The nurse suddenly calls us to stop when we're just a head over there. Can you tell me your blood type, please? Blood type? What is blood type? I shake my head. Very well. I'll arrange for a blood test then. Oh. I nod and walk towards the indicated area. Will the people here find it suspicious if I'm so ignorant of things? Probably not, buddy. I take a seat while shaking my head. Yella also sits down. Not really. That nurse was quite friendly, and patiently explained everything to you with a smile when you looked confused. Is that so? By the way, do you know what is a blood type? As far as I know, blood has 4 types. Oh, you know. Why, of course. Her lips curve upward as she explains smugly. They are grouped into the sweet ones, the sour ones, the savory ones, and the extra savory ones. Really? How come I have the impression that you're pulling my leg? Would this lady here over lie to you? You dare to doubt me? Based on what you've said, how are they going to determine the blood type? Don't tell me they're going to lick it. I begin to imagine the nurse breaking my skin with her fingernails and then using the tip of her tongue on me. It seems very good when I think about it. Okay, Raylan, down, boy. Down. Tisk. What kind of vulgar expression is that? What are you thinking? No, nothing. I quickly stop my fantasies, look down and begin to fill the form. What is that sound? Yella is making a strange sound all of a sudden, so I look up. You're drooling. Wipe it off, quick. She wipes the edges of her lips, but saliva is still flowing out. What is that? I follow her gaze to see 2 nurses in similar blue attire talking to each other, and the trolley next to them has around a dozen packets of blood red liquid. Heaven. No wonder Yella is salivating like me when I was thinking about plums earlier. Calm down. Those blood packs are this place's property now. You'll create a lot of trouble if you simply take them to drink. I quickly extend my hands to restrain Yella while she's getting up. Then I look at her and shake my head. She looks at the blood packs before she sighs and sits down again. Get down to business. Where's your form? Hurry up and fill it. I wanted to fill it all along until you interrupted me. If you dare to say anything else, I'm going to seal your mouth. Yes. How do I use this pen? I can't find any ink around here either. I slide the pen across the paper a few times. Nothing is appearing on the form except for a few brush marks. I look around, yet I can't find an inkwell. Give me, let me see. Yellow grabs the pen, tinkers with the thing, and even slides it across the form in my hands, but she still can't write anything with it. Excuse me, is the form completed? That nurse from earlier has come over to ask for my form. I'm terribly sorry. I don't know how to use this pen. It's normally used like this. Give me. The nurse takes my pen, presses the writing instrument tail end, and returns it to me. Thank you. I'll fill up the form shortly. Clicky pen! Clicky, clicky, click. Alright, I'll return a bit later. The nurse smiles at me again before going off. This thing is so amazing. I move the pen across a blank part of the form a few times, and blue streaks appear on the paper at once. This is even better than the quill pens I used previously because it doesn't even need an inkwell. I mean, there's technically an inkwell, it's just inside. Quick doodling, just fill in the form. Right away. How difficult. This time, I could finally write something, but I realized the form has many words that are to let you go. Incomprehensible. Yes. No, what do all these mean? Are you having your menstrual period? Are you pregnant? Have you had a miscarriage in the past year? Oh, what do they mean? Pregnant? I probably won't. Are you stupid? This section is applicable for women. Are you a woman? I see. I don't know a lot of words. How bothersome. Give it to me. Yella snatches the pen and paper from me and starts to scribble on it. From her handwriting, she should be quite well educated. Don't tell me this vampirist truly is a rich girl from a noble family. Done. Take it. Yella smacks my face with the form after filling it. Oh, thank you. Hello. Please hand me the form if you're done, and follow me. The nurse happens to come here again. Okay. I quickly give her the form and go with her to her room. I need to take a sample of your blood first. She places a few clear transparent tubes and bottles on a table as she walks me through the process. I smacked. Oh, thank you. What? Why were you smacked, Hifu? I am very confused. Please roll up your sleeve and show your arm. Arm? The left arm or the right? Raylan with the form? Ah, yes. That is exactly what happened. Smack. Oh, thank you. Either will do. Oh boy, the creepy music. I mean, to be fair, if you had literally no idea about how, like, blood work and shit was done, and all of a sudden you were having it done, how would you feel? I rest my right arm on the table, then she ties my arm with a brown-colored band, taps the surrounding area a few times, and a dark-colored vein bulges. Will this hurt? I'm beginning to feel nervous after seeing my own vein. It will just hurt a bit when I poke into you. Relax. Next, she uses cotton wool to apply a rather cooling liquid on my skin. Then she retrieves a tube from a transparent bag. One end of the tube has a long and sharp metallic needle. I won't die from this, right? I shiver involuntarily when I see that needle and tube. You are a joker. It'll take a second, don't worry. I'm so nervous my muscles have become tense, and I can't bring myself to observe the nurse in her work, so I have no choice but to look elsewhere. Where is Yella? This girl didn't follow me? I thought she promised to protect me. Damn, I actually believed this tricky vampire girl. So much for whatever pact. Ow! I'm still anxiously looking around for Yella when I suddenly feel something hard, pierce my skin. I turn there in reflex and see my crimson red blood flow across the tubing from the back of the needle into a long-necked clear glass tube. My vision is getting blurry. Is my life being drawn away? Is this the end for me? I still haven't married anyone and opened my own restaurant. It's done. Use this to press on it and the bleeding will stop in no time. The nurse's sweet tone in her voice snaps me out of my daydream. She pulls out the needle in my arm and gives me a piece of cotton wool to press onto the band. Done? I didn't die? Yes. Rest here for a while. The results will be out shortly. The nurse takes the glass tube with my blood and leaves the room. My god, that needle was so sharp and you just grunted. I thought you would get such a fright and scream for your mummy and daddy. Not long after the nurse left, Yellow emerges from God knows where and studies my arm intently. I'll just take it that you're consoling me. Where did you go just now? I went to see where they moved the blood. Moved the blood? What are you thinking? I can't allow you to get poked by a needle for nothing. I'll have to live twice the amount of blood you gave to them. Yellow licks her lips. She looks as if she's been hungry for 300 years and is about to attend a banquet at a French restaurant. I mean... No, Missy, spare a thought for me. Even if you want to do something shocking, please wait until I'm done here. I don't want anything to go wrong and end up with people drawing my blood until I'm dead. Fine, I'm not as stupid as you. I still have this amount of common sense. Ow. Then she swallows her saliva. Of course, I will wait until nightfall. Shh, the nurse is coming. The nurse enters the room when Yella is about to describe her nefarious plan, and I hurriedly indicate for her to be quiet. The results are out. The nurse smiles at Yella, and she hands me a paper with many numbers on it. What is this? I'm very sorry. Your blood count is insufficient, and you're not allowed to donate any blood. I can't. I really got pricked by a needle for nothing, and even lost a tube of blood. Here's a couple of food vouchers. I can use them at the kiosk in the foyer to get food and water for free. That's nice. The nurse retrieves 2 small tickets from her pocket. Really? That's great! I glance at Yella. She's also looking at me, and is licking her lips again. By the way, what's the matter? Do you have any other questions? I hesitate for a moment, but I decide to inquire for Yella, nevertheless. Could you tell me if I could exchange a piece of bread for a pack of blood? Or where can I redeem a blood pack? The nurse frowns and has a puzzled expression on her face. You're not doing a blood transfusion. Why would you need a pack of blood? I'm just curious and thought of asking. The blood we have here are only provided to hospitals or permitted research organizations. They are not available to the public because blood will need specialized facilities to store and transport them. Otherwise, they will spoil and lose their effectiveness. Oh, I see. Got it. Thank you. I nod in disappointment. You're welcome. I'm going back to my work then. You may go if you feel you have rested enough. The nurse smiles and nods at us in response. Then she packs up the instruments and goes away, leaving Yella and I alone in the room once more. What should we do now? It seems like we can't get blood the normal way. You should go and redeem your bread first. What about you then? Maybe I'm famished. My stomach growled upon hearing the word bread. Sort out your problem first. She giggles and glances at my stomach. You won't slow me down when you have eaten. Okay, I don't have any other options for now. Fine, I'm going to exchange for something to eat then. Go ahead. Yella waves her hand, sits on a chair, and closes her eyes in meditation. Seems she's saving her energy for our next step. Her little fangies. Yes! I'll return shortly. I clutch the 2 food vouchers in my hands as I head in the direction the nurse gave to us. Upon handing the vouchers to the man inside the kiosk. Interesting. He brings 2 loaves of bread wrapped in wax paper from a shelf and 2 colorless bottles with the words "Pure Drinking Water" from a box below the counter over to me. Thank you very much. I hold the received items in my arms. The bread's aroma feels nostalgic as I recall that feeling when I used to harvest wheat in autumn. I can't help myself from wolfing down both loaves of bread and downing an entire bottle of water as I make my way back. Oh, cool. The loaves of bread aren't big, and they serve their intended purpose. The taste is so-so. I consider them passable, and even better at filling a person's stomach. Now that I've solved my hunger problem, my mood is considerably better. I'm even humming a tune about my hometown. That is a wonderful path in the mountains, yeah? Just when I'm about to return to the room where Yella is resting, I notice the nurse is pushing a trolley filled with blood packs along the corridor. I should take a look too. Act as if I'm going in the same direction as the nurse and follow her slowly. The nurse stops before a door at the end of the corridor. Then she takes out a bunch of keys in her possession, selects a key, and uses on the keyhole at the door before opening it, and pushes the trolley inside. Looks like it's It looks like it is this place. Although I have no idea how Yella is going to get her hands on a blood pack, information about this place is very important, and I have more or less helped her to check on things. Let's hurry back to plan on our next step. Ring-a-ling! I hum a little tune and return to the room. Are you mimicking a pig? Yella is already up from her chair. Seems like she's rested enough. This is a little ditty from my hometown. We'd always sing whenever we prepare any food. You sing really horribly. How come you only have one bottle of water? They didn't give you any bread? They didn't give you the bread? I have eaten them. This bottle is for you. The vampire might not be able to eat our food, but drinking water should be no problem. You're getting more useful and competent servant. She downs the entire bottle after receiving it. I guess she's also parched for a long time and has been relying on her saliva to keep going. By the way, I almost forgot. Also, I went to see where they store their blood packs, and I saw them bring those to that room at the end of the corridor. Well done. Yella smiles slyly, and her fangs glint in such a way that will probably give anyone the creeps. What do you plan to do? Why, of course I'm going to see if I can help myself to a few from there, right? How are you going to do it then? I saw that room was locked and the nurse had the key. Yella shuts her eyes in deep thought, and a long strand of her hair gently hangs that unnaturally white cheek. I'll just have to down a nurse to get the key for now. She is such a pretty girl. What a shame she said something monstrous the minute she opened her mouth. She's quite likely to hurt a fellow human if she really goes ahead with her plan. Should I help or stop her when that time comes? But if we can't get any blood here, it'll be hard for her to suppress the urge to suck an innocent person's blood, and it might even lead to more uncontrollable accidents. Perhaps she'd rather starve to death? If that happens, I'll also turn into a heap of bones instantly. We are really in a difficult spot. I keep looking at her face while wild thoughts are swirling through my head, waiting for her to say something. Finally, she opens her eyes and meets my gaze. The mood between us feels a little awkward. Have you decided on it? Why do you look so pale? You still haven't eaten enough? No, I'm just worried. Don't worry. A single junior nurse isn't a match for me. It can be settled in 5 seconds. Is that so? Will she die? No. I'm a vampire, not a monster. Isn't a vampire a kind of monster? Only if you're insensitive ass. What if we get spotted by others? There are people moving along the corridors outside. We are certainly not going to act now. We need to wait a bit later. There will be fewer people by then. Let's go outside and scope out the place first. Alright. Since I'm her partner in crime, I can only follow her instructions at this point. Look, this notice says their opening hours are from 10 in the morning to 8 at night. Yellow points to the sign at the foyer. This means this place shouldn't have anyone around the latest by 9 o'clock. But the nurses will also knock off work by then. Not all of them will leave. A few may stay behind to deter burglars. I don't think that's a nurse's job, but you know. And a vampire. Anyways, let's wait until dark. Alright. So we hang around the waiting area in the foyer until the night sky envelops the city outside. It's 7:50 p.m. now. The blood bank will close in 10 minutes' time. When we have stopped attending to any new inquiries, please leave the premises immediately. Suddenly, a clear voice booms from all directions in the foyer, giving me a fright. And 2 men in black uniforms with the batons begin to drive away the people around the lobby. They must be the blood bank security guards. Go, go, we're closing! The people sitting or lying around in the foyer get up obediently and leave the blood bank one after another. I guess we can't stay here. Let's find a place to hide. Ooh. Find any room to hide or hide in the restroom. Chat, you decide. Should we hide in the restroom or any room? What shall we do? What shall we do? restroom is funnier. I suppose it is, yeah. I think you might be the only active chat participant right now. So, restroom it is. Let's go to the restroom.
どこにあるの?
Where? Fortunately, I checked out the place and spotted a restroom halfway along the corridor behind the foyer when I went to collect my bread earlier. Follow me. I grab Yella's hand, avoid the security guard's line of sight, and hurry to the restroom. The toilets are also separated by 2 doorways. I go through the door on the left without thinking.
ここがトイレなの?
This is the restroom?
もっと汚い
I
か
thought
と
they
思
would be
ってた
very dirty. I mean, it isn't a medical facility, so... I didn't expect the toilets here to be so clean either. The walls and floor in the restroom are surprisingly clean and shiny, and can pass as a mirror. It is completely different from the things I would normally associate with this word.
静かに.
Quiet. Someone is
誰か来る
coming.
わ.
Footsteps softly reach our ears from outside without waiting for us to finish praising the toilets in this modern era. The cubicles are over there. Let's hide inside one of them.
そうね.
I enter the nearest cubicle. Yella quickly squeezes in with me and I shut the door. Eh? What is this chair?
私も初めて見
Neither
る
have
わ.
I seen it before, and
ま
it's
だ
so
ピカピ
shiny.
カじゃない.
The nobles in the
昔は
past
貴
never
族の
had
トイ
such
レだって
beautiful
こんなに
things
綺
in
麗
the
じゃなかったわ.
toilets. We hardly had any place to stand in this thing blocking us. I want to shift this chair with my foot, but it doesn't budge. I think it's nailed to the floor. I mean, not wrong. Since we have so little space, I have to lean both arms against the cubicle walls and squeeze Yella between both arms. Yella lowers her head and she's blushing. Maybe I'm too close to her. I was gonna say, wait, did they have sitting toilets back in the 1600s? I guess not.
髪を押さ
You're
えてる
pressing
わ.
on my head.
離れ
Please
な
move
さい
back
よ.
a bit. I have no room. Hey, why don't you move to the side? Shh, quiet.
黙って.
Yella cuts me off, and I can hear 2 men's voices from outside. They sound as if they are talking at the restroom entrance. Soon afterwards, one of them steps inside, and his footsteps are getting closer. Yella is telling me to be quiet with her eyes. I get her drift and hold my breath. The footsteps finally stop somewhere very close to us. After that, the place becomes so quiet for a while that I can hear my heartbeat. Luckily, the silence which is urging me to hold my breath didn't last long. I hear some movement again in no time, followed by the sound of something metallic being turned in running water. This is a very normal process. I breathe a sigh of relief. Yella is very calm in comparison, and her facial expression didn't change. That's an impressive vampire. If she can imitate people as my master, she won't be frightened by others. Intimidate people. I can read so good. The sound of running water stops. Next I hear a set of tinkling noises, a hacking cough, and footsteps once again. It sounds as if that person's going out. Just when I'm about to celebrate this scary experience, the footsteps suddenly stop again. Will we get caught? I swallow my saliva. My body seems to be trembling involuntarily some time ago. I'm also breathing a bit rapidly. Yella seems to have noticed my panicked state. She stares at me with her purple eyes, and there's a willpower in that gaze. Maybe she wants to assure me that I don't need to panic when she's around. I'm gonna do a little quick save, actually. Yeah. But right now, the sound of someone pushing a door open suddenly rings out one after another. They're getting closer, and that person is pushing our cubicle door in no time. Gotcha. The flush toilet was invented in 1596, so it's possible they barely missed out on it becoming common since they haven't really established where they are. That's fair. Who's there? My heart feels as if someone is pinching it. We're caught. I didn't expect Yella to get a fright by the security guard's yell. She crashes into my arms, producing a loud thump. But I have no time to think of that soft feeling. I'm racking my brains on how to answer the guard's questioning. It's me. Anyway, I should think of a way to handle him. That noise from just now has given us away after all. Who are you? I'm just using the toilet. We're closed. You heard the announcement earlier. The restrooms are not open to the public after closing time. Come out, quick. I'm not from outside. I'm one of the doctors here. I have a bad stomach ache and I can't come out. Doctor, tell me your name and employee number. Employee number? What employee number? My head is in a mess and I probably won't be able to bluff my way out, so I can only turn to Yella for help. Yella looks at me and glances at the door bolt. She seems to be wondering if we should open it. This is your final warning. Open the door. No tricks or else I will shoot. Checks out. Shoot? We have no cover at all in this place. If he fires in our direction, we're dead. Wait, I look at Yella for confirmation. She seems to have calmed down this time, and she nods. I take a deep breath, unlatch the door, and open it. Ah, so they're in the States. Sounds like it. Miss Yella, you must show your true capabilities, please. My life is in your hands. Step out of the cubicle to I step out of the cubicle to see a towering security guard with a lot of creases on his face, standing around 5 steps away, and he's pointing a finely crafted black handgun in our direction. Although it looks like a tiny weapon, I believe that thing's power at 300 years later is definitely capable of punching a few holes in our bodies. Yeah. What are you two doing here? The guard looks a bit shocked upon seeing us step out, and he has a mixed expression on his face. The hell is that uniform? They've obviously put a lot more effort into Yella, so like, you know, they only have so much budget. Actually, we're just... As I stammer and look at Yella for help in explaining things, her eyes suddenly reveal that intention to kill. Oh, fucking bang! The air around me feels as if it's being ripped open by something, and as I close my eyes instinctively from the violent air current. Good. Next, I hear a muffled sound from the guard's throat, closely followed by a body crashing heavily on the floor. It's done. I reopen my eyes to see the guard down on the floor, and Yella with blood-stained lips. It's done. I rub my eyes before checking on the scene in front of me again. It's a bit hard to believe. How much time had elapsed since I closed and opened my eyes? 5 seconds? You are really a vampire. I notice my voice is quavering, but my tongue is clicking uncontrollably, and I can't utter the last word clearly. Isn't that obvious? What are you standing around dumbfounded? Come here, quickly. He's dead? I point at the security guard on the floor. Given his size, 5 Raylans might not be able to overpower him, yet Yella actually could send him lying down motionless on the cold hard floor in a few seconds. Of course not. Haven't you experienced it earlier at daytime? If you draw a packet of blood from a human, that person will still be up and about, and I only help myself to have a packet from him. Yella indicates the size of a blood pack with her hands as she describes it to me. I see. He'll still wake up then? Of course. So we need to hurry. Come here and search him. Yes. I kneel down beside the security guard and search his pockets. This guy's blood is rather sweet. I would have loved to suck a little more from him if we aren't pressed for time. Yella seems to be thinking wistfully. This is a wallet? I retrieve a small black purse from this guard's shirt pocket. Blah, 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 blah. It is well made of leather, containing several paper notes and cards. People of this age are really discerning. I stroke the wallet to feel its design before I keep it inside my trouser pocket. By the way,
とこいつも
this
鍵
fellow
を持っ
may
てる
even
わ
have the key. Search him. Yes. Find a bunch of keys from the guard's leather belt in no time. Every key looks rather similar, and it might take a while to try all of them. Alright, let's go. I wave the bunch of keys at Yellow.
でかしたわ
Let's go get my food.
食料を手に入れるわよ
I'm fine. Yella strides excitedly, and I follow her with the keys. Right, it's this place. We arrive in front of the door that I passed earlier, and it has a sign. What does it say?
血液保管庫
Blood depository. Looks like we've come to the right place.
このプレートがなく
Even
ても
if
間
it doesn't
違いないわ
indicate, I know this is the
もう
place.
甘い香りが
Smell
してる
that
もの
aroma from here. You have a keen sense of smell.
無駄口叩いてないで早く開けなさい
Actually
よ
going to hurry up
ど
and
れだ
open
け
the
レディ
door?
ーを待たせれ
How
ば
do you
気が
intend
済
to
む
keep
の
this lady waiting, incompetent servant? Those things don't have legs. They won't run off by themselves, anyway. Do you have to be so excited about it? Yeah. I take out the bunch of keys and attempt to open the door with the key. The lock mechanisms in this era appear to be more or less similar to those earlier types that I've seen. Although I can insert every key into the keyhole, only one will unlock the door.
何回やってる
How
のよ
many keys have you tried
ま
by
だ開
now?
かないの
How come you still can't unlock it? Thank you, voice, for cracking. Love that for me. How should I know? The lock and key are complementary. You can't expect anyone to simply insert a key at random and unlock it.
あんたは運が悪いか
You
ら
jinx.
最後
That
の
means you
一
might
本ま
only
で
unlock
開
the
かない
door
ん
with
じゃ
the
ないか
last
しら
key. Hands up. Turn around slowly. A voice suddenly booms out from behind while I'm trying each key. This unexpected shout startles me, and I drop the bunch of keys. The voice came from two security guards behind us. They're standing at both sides of the corridor while pointing their guns at us, fully alert. Don't shoot! I hurriedly raise my hands, turn and whisper to Yella at the same time. Want to fight? Yella shakes her head. Maybe at this distance, she won't be able to reach those guards before they can shoot. Who are you? What are you two doing here? The guard's tone sounds very serious, as if they're going to carry out their policy. We're lost. Anyway, I should think of something off the top of my head just all for time. Lost? Nonsense. It's true. Don't move. I'm not moving. Well, bullets are often supersonic, so yeah. You have made an illegal entry. We'll be calling the police to deal with it. You can say whatever you like to them. One of those two guards keeps his distance and continues to point his gun at us, and the other guard holsters his weapon and walks towards us. Turn around. Don't try any tricks on us. The guard comes to my side and takes out a pair of metallic rings. It looks like a well-designed set of handcuffs. Yes. I breathe a sigh of relief. Although they're intimidating, they don't have the shoot first and ask questions later policy. Looks like society has really progressed in this age. You must know that if an ordinary person like me were caught for trespassing someone's estate during my time, I would surely be beaten to death, if they wouldn't have listened to any explanation at all. Just when I'm about to follow them to arrest me without any resistance, Yella suddenly raises her leg and lashes out of the guard from one side. Her kick sends that guard flying, arcing through the air like a sack of potatoes until he crashes heavily against the wall at one side. Don't move, I'm going to shoot. Upon hearing the guard shout that he's going to shoot, I panic, cover my head and kneel down in reflex. Immediately afterwards I detect a gust of wind, followed by the sound of someone's small leather shoes on the ground and wall, deafening gunshots, and bullets hitting the wall. But monster! Ah! But everything becomes quiet again after all those chaotic noises and the guard's screams. I open my eyes slightly to take a peek. Yella has somehow managed to reach the back of that guard further away, and she's biting his neck while he's down on the floor. Damn you! fuck? The jacket of his suit is barely staying together. Goodness. Just imagining her boots sounding like a duck running. That'd be kind of funny. The guard who was sent flying seems to have recovered. He's struggling to his feet with one hand on the wall for support and reaching for his gun with the other hand. Yella, watch out! I shout Yella's name. She turns around upon hearing me call her, and those purple eyes light up, but it seems I'm too late. The guard has already drawn his weapon and is aiming at her. Oof. Don't act rashly. But acting rashly sounds fun. Oh, that was not what I meant. Snatch the weapon or tackle the guard. Tackle? Okay. Raylan, use tackle. If Yella dies, I will definitely meet a similar fate. Ah! I grit my teeth and yell to encourage myself as I pounce on that guard. But my size is too small compared to him. My charge can only send him staggering by a few steps. Yeah! And then he turns around to deliver a heavy punch. My right ear has a loud popping sound and I'm seeing stars. Bastard! He unleashes a flurry of kicks on my stomach without waiting for me. This time, it is my turn to go down like a sack of potatoes. I'm huddled up in pain. I can't move. My vision is getting blurry. Everything suddenly becomes quiet, as if that flight earlier didn't happen at all. Fight, not flight. I press myself against the cold flooring, and I feel strangely relieved. Raylan used tackle. It wasn't very effective. Now I hear footballs from someone in tiny leather shoes coming over slowly. You're still lying there? That person kicks me lightly. Yella? Her prodding snaps me back to reality. Get up. Ow. I stagger up while clutching my stomach. Yella is unhurt in front of me, and the guard is down on the floor behind me. I wonder how she can knock down such a huge man. What stunt are you trying to pull? She kicks me again. No, you were quite far at that time, and I was afraid you wouldn't be able to respond in time. Where on the floor he landed on if his first view is her freaking knees? Where is the floor he landed? You know what? Don't question things too much. Don't question things too much. I rub my smarting cheeks. Smarting cheeks. The fuck are smarting cheeks? What? Stupid. You just need to look after yourself. She pouts. Is she angry? What is there to be angry about? I'm the one who got a beating. Yes, I will run away at the first opportunity next time. You dare to run away and leave me behind? What an ungrateful and useless thrall. Noun. Smarting. Plural noun. Smarting's the fact or sensation of feeling a sharp stinging pain. Ammonia can cause smarting of the eyes and breathing difficulties. Okay. I eat. Then why is it called being smart? The fuck? Word of the week, I guess. Well, what do you expect me to do otherwise? You should stay at your place and help me draw their fire, of course. That's smarts. Then I'd rather take a beating. Idiot. Baga. She bends down to pick up the bunch of keys on the floor, and then she throws it to me.
続けなさいよ。
Carry on with the door. Fine, fine. I rub my face and resume my attempts to unlock the door. Click. Phew, it's finally unlocked. Yella? I finally open the door with the last key, but I don't see Yella when I turn around. Where did she go? She ditched you, man. It can't be a trap.
ねえ、これ。
Here. What? Where did you come from?
あっち向きな
Turn
さい。
your head over there. I looked up the etymology, but it quickly made sense just seeing the other definition of smart. Oh. Yella seems to be carrying a glass bottle and a piece of cotton wool similar to the kind the nurse used earlier. What are you doing? Yeah, wow. Yella dips the cotton wool into the bottle of liquid and applies it on my face. That stinging sensation of my face suddenly hurts even more. Smart is a synonym of sharp. I see. I guess that makes sense.
我慢しなさい。
Bear
ど
with
うし
it.
てそう
How
すぐ
come
に
you're
わめく
screaming
の
so
よ。
loudly over a minor ache? Oh. Although it hurts a lot at first, it feels cooling soon afterwards, and that burning sensation gradually fades away. Ah! Accidentally smacked myself in the face with my microphone, don't mind. Just startled myself with all of a sudden mic. What is that? It's so marvelous.
ここの看護師が針を
I
刺す
saw the
前、
nurses applying
痛
this
みを
on
和ら
people
げる
for
みたいに
jabbing
こ
them
れを
with
塗
their
ってるのを
needles.
見たのよ。
I think they said it could
どこに置い
relieve
てある
any
かちゃん
pain.
と覚えて
So I
た
made a
の。
mental note of that place where they kept it. Oh, Missy, you are really prepared for all eventualities this time. I raised a thumb and exchanged a fist bump with her. I guess your face is smarting. Stop.
黙って早く私の食料
You're
取ってきな
noisy.
さい。
Let's go in and take my things, quickly. We open the door and go in. Even though the lights in the room are off, the cupboards full of blood packs are glowing.
まさに
This
天
is
国だわ。
heaven indeed. Yella's two eyes are sparkling, and her voice sounds as if it lacks any rational thought. A monster would also like to be in heaven? I would have thought this place is rather sadistic and alarming if not for her uninhibited laughter and mood. Ah! Hiccup burp. How dare you betray me? After all, I'm seeing packets of human blood everywhere.
早く全部持っていきましょう。
Pack all of them for me. How am I going to pack all of them? I'll need to find something to contain them first. I rely on the dim red illumination to look around the place and find a cloth bag with straps hanging on the wall. We can only use this to pack them. It can only hold around a dozen at most. I take the backpack and indicate the size to Yella. I'll
私が
choose.
選ぶから
You'll
あん
pack
たが。
them. Dissatisfied, Yella opens the cupboard, grabs the pack, throws it at me, and I catch the packet before placing it inside my knapsack. This one is sweet. This one is sour. She's drinking from those packs while I'm packing them.
時
The
代の進
advancements
歩
in
も
the
悪いこ
area
とば
aren't
かり
always
じ
a
ゃ
bad
ないわ
thing,
ね。
right? This
こう
way I
すれ
can
ば
simply
苦労して
drink my
人を
fill
襲わ
and
なく
don't
て
need
も
to
飲
go
み放
to all
題
that
だ
trouble
も
of
の。
attacking people.
あん
You've
たも
done
でかした
well,
わよ。
servant.
しもべ。
I mean, you had to attack people to get here. I digress. You still dare to say you don't attack people. This says I've done well. How come I'm still a servant? I can't get a promotion?
当然
Of course not.
無理や。
Yella tosses another packet, and I force it inside my knapsack after a lot of effort. The backpack is crammed full of blood packs, and I won't be able to put anything else inside. Stop picking, it's full.
はあ
What?
十数パックは入るっ
Didn't
て
you
言っ
say it
た
could
じゃ
hold
な
a
い。
dozen packs? You have given me more than 20 of them.
これは
Well... Yella thinks deeply as she looks at the dazzling collection of blood packs with a rich variety of flavors around the place. We should hurry out of here, otherwise more guards may come. Alright. She sighs like a king who is close to his death and regrets his inability to bring all of his palace's treasures with him into his mausoleum. Mausoleum? They're gonna get hunted down by the federal government for grand theft of a freaking biohazard. Yeah. Okay, let's go. I strap the knapsack on my back, since it's filled with too many blood packs. It can't fit my back, and the jerky movement feel unsettling. Mausoleum. Oh. I see. I'm not sure if I've actually seen it, like, presented before, just have only heard of the word, to be honest. Goodbye, my heaven. Yella takes one last look at the glass cupboards full of blood packs as she ransacked herself. Then she reluctantly turns around and steps out of the place. I also followed her out of the blood depository while carrying the blood sack. We didn't leave through the front door because we want to avoid any pursuit by the security guards. We find a window at one side and climb out instead. Yay! We completed chapter 2, you guys! Wowie. Backpack. It said backpack, not blood sack. Oh, did it now? Well, we all know that I'm just so fucking good at reading, so like, you know. Flowchart. Seems like we could have easily gone in. If we'd went the other way around, we would have only had like one thing and we would have been done with it. Wow. It seems like there's only one end from that though, huh? Interesting. It's kind of nice that it has a little flow chart. You can see. Interesting. Anyways, or actually. Whoops. Does the flow chart just tell me how many chapters there are? It doesn't seem like, or maybe there's only one chapter left? I can't really tell with the preview. And I haven't looked at the flow chart before, so I'm not sure if it would, you know, have more after. Okay, well, I think I will still call it a night here, because it is kind of late. It will be part of the survey again, so if you guys want me to continue, could you imagine if chat weren't filled with pyromaniacs at the end of the game within the first half hour? I mean, I wouldn't have ended it if we actually got to an ending that fast. If we got to an ending that fast, I would have definitely gone back and did more. But that would, honestly, that would have been kind of funny. I forgot what I was saying. Right. So it'll be part of the poll again in the Discord. So if you would like to see me continue this next week, do vote for it. For now, that is all, because I don't want to stream until 1 in the AM again. Yeah. Let's not do that again. Space is out real bad. Yay. I hope you guys had fun. Aw, why not? Because I'm really fucking tired. That's why. Also, I don't want to end up editing like 4 hours of footage again. We're already at almost 3 hours, man. Anyways. Meh. Good night. Wait. Do I want to raid someone? Maybe. Who's online right now? Wait. Do I want... I think I have a good option for us. For someone for us to raid. Yeah. Let's see if I remember the buttons. I think I have a good option for us. For someone for us to raid. Yeah. Let's see if I remember the buttons. I think I have a good option for us. For someone for us to raid. Yeah. Two whole people. I think I have a good option. Oh my god. Okay. Let's not keep hearing me on loop. This is driving me insane. I forget how to raid people. What are... I was gonna say, it's because the option is like all my Mac sounds. So, anyways, person's username is Daifuku381. They are currently streaming Makers in Craft, or yeah, they're building a Gundam right now. Ooh. Let me get buttons right. Daifuku381, I think is what I said, right? Yeah, Daifuku381. Let's raid them. Yay. Yay. Yeah. Let's go. Banui raid.
And me, YouTuber. Oh, hello. Welcome in. And Saku, welcome in. How are you doing? What are we playing? Welcome in, Raiders. Lemmy says Gumball streams are your favorite because how low-key it is, and it's just so chill. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Lemmy. These are some of my favorite streams as well because I actually get to talk to y'all. Yeah, can we get a shout out? Can we get a shout out to Saku? Vampire's Melody. Wait, that sounds really cool. What's that about? The heck? I've never heard of that before. But yeah, welcome in, Raiders. I'm Defku. I'm a variety streamer. I stream a lot of RPGs, fighting games, and Gunpla, which is what we're doing right now. We're Gunpla like models.